What's up? Welcome back to another episode of the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. Thank you so much for being patient. Everything is good, and we are back on time here. We're talking about some crazy shit. I feel like we should have told them if the mics would have been hot, we'd be like, beware. People who are sitting first 5 row may get wet. But this time, coming back from Arizona, not getting caught up in the border. I know and then about to leave again. What's up, Xavier?
What's up, dog? How you doing?
I'm great, dog. I've been drinking a lot of water. I'm tired.
I'm you a new man.
Why? Because I'm working out too much?
Working out, don't have no fucking Henny on you, no whiskey. Usually on Thursdays you party. You got
I've had 2 drinks
us.
today. I've had 2 drinks today. Yeah, 2 drinks. They've been hella fucking big drinks, but yeah. But I can honestly say I've been bringing that shit to be real, dog. I've been bringing that shit to the point where he's been mad, dog. He starts yelling in the studio. Like when I'm not here, Ray will tell me, he's like, dude, he just saw your numbers catch up to him, and he fucking was like, what the fuck? He's just yelling all this
Someone's
shit.
gonna get hurt, dog.
I'm already
like not hurt, but like I don't know if you guys know, if you exercise a lot, you'll start pissing blood.
No.
Yes. I don't know. I like how you said no, like you've looked it up. Like I just made this shit up. Yes, you will. If you run a lot, it fucks with like your liver. You can't run a lot. Like those athletes that cut weight a lot, the first thing that shuts down is your urine thing. Like, yeah, for real, look it up. Like, I'm not saying you guys are pushing it that hard, but you guys are kind of up there.
I mean,
Bart's going hard for
first of all,
Bart's
Bart's has like steroids though, man. Like Bart's is different, bro. Like when you have steroids, that's like pretty much like Christopher Reeving it and taking a fetus and just getting stronger and stronger, bro. Like you're just stem cell. That's like borderline stem cell. You have to work. Like if I ran a marathon every day, but I'm not gonna lie though, bro. You know, you see my numbers. You see how much I'm.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I'm doing about 13 to 15 and sometimes 18 miles a day.
Oh my god.
Just walking, and just doing it because it counts it.
Yeah.
And my legs, honestly, like right now going up these stairs, that shit fucking hurt, bro. Like I feel like a vegetable. And honestly, I know that B got home already. Like I know for a fact B got home. But he saw me knocking the fuck out. Like he saw me asleep and he was like, I told you not to keep up with me. And I was trying to play dead. And I was pretty fucking dead. But I had too much pride. And I'm like, his numbers haven't gone up. And it's almost like about to be 8. I'm pretty sure he's tired.
Can too much exercise make you pee blood? It may be linked to trauma to the bladder, dehydration, or the breakdown of the red blood cells that occur that sustain aerobatic exercise. Runners are often affected throughout. Anyone can develop visible urinary blood after an intense workout. Telling you, I'm not saying you guys are there, but when you work out,
how much do you have to run?
It depends what type of athlete you are. Excessive could be this. If you don't ever work out and you work out for 2 hours, that could be excessive.
I worked out a lot in the last 2 weeks where people are like, hey, fool, you're not supposed to notice a change in your face that much.
That's what I'm saying. Like you guys are, I don't know how much you guys are pushing it, but you can, if you start bleeding from your dick, you should probably stop.
No, I mean, I know what it hurt earlier a little bit.
You thought you were on your period? You're like, oh, it's the first time of the month for me.
Like I was like, oh, what's that feeling right there? I don't know, dog. Maybe I gotta drink. I'm gonna go get some water right now. Stop drinking alcohol.
I don't know, but careful, fools. You guys are going hard on the paint. All for nothing. Like I told them, I thought they had a fucking prize. Like I said, winner gets an ounce of fucking eat.
How do you not know? Like I had an agreement with myself. E-Zone, if you be real, you can have anything you want in the prize pack.
Yeah, but that's your.
No, like I'm over here. It's like I go down there, all the gifts that fucking Flea Master fucking forgot to send out. I'm over here. I was like, that G-Pad he slept on. You deserve it.
That sounds like when your wife asks you for money for Father's Day. Get the fuck out of here. You bought your own gift. That's not a prize.
Yeah, I agree.
That's not a prize. That
Hold
ain't a gift.
Does your wife not work, though? Like, is she there full time in your house?
She better ask her parents for money. That gift better not, then make something, bitch. Make me a dinner. The thing is, don't buy something with my money because it's me buying it. Make me something.
Would you rather her start selling some of your shit on the side, stack up the money, and be like, yo, you don't know where you got this shit from?
If she told me like, yo, I was like, how'd you buy this? And be like, low key, I went through your closet and all the shit you didn't wear, I sold.
I was on one.
And I was like, oh, bitch. That's what I mean. Don't be asking me for my money to buy me shit.
You want her to be like, I saw the E-Zone was on Whatnot, so I saw all your old clothes, started my own Whatnot. I knew your birthday was coming up.
Yeah, I'd rather her be a hustler than come and ask me for money than act like I'm supposed to be like, oh, thanks, babe. Oh, thanks, babe.
Kiko from the South said, E-Zone, if you get me a pic of B-Real in high school, I will hack your watch to make you the winner every time. Honestly, I just need to know what high school he went to. That's all I need to know. And like maybe like 4th or 5th grade or like elementary, I'm gonna ask Sin and I'm gonna ask his nephew. He's down there. I'm gonna ask him and be like, "Hey, dog, what's up?" Like you don't think because that's his sister's kid. I'm gonna be like, "You don't think your sister has a picture of him as a kid?" You know what I mean? And he's probably gonna flip out. He's gonna think I'm like some Nardwar shit. I'll be like, no, he. I don't know, man. He doesn't like to disclose like very like intimate moments of his life. Like not that like he doesn't admit to watching cartoons as a kid. For some reason, he's the only kid that never ate cereal. He never fucking watched. Like it's just like it's like he just like that part. He's like some soft ass shit. I don't want that shit.
Cereal?
I don't know. B-Real's just like very like super robot-ish.
I don't know.
Like he's kind but you know what? We always get carried away. Kate, what's up? Welcome back.
Hey.
How you feeling?
Good.
Yeah. How was that burrito?
Good.
Yeah.
Sorry I made it.
No, I just thought that I thought it was that heroin smell that fucking Side Dick Eddie always says about Xavier. He was like, "Hey, yo, you smell like a heroin stripper." Like I was like, "Yo, is that what that smells like?"
Dude, that's a tough smell.
You know what that smells like?
No, but just think about it. She's been working all day.
I would imagine
she's a daytime stripper.
I would imagine it smells like dirty water and that stuff when you have your ears pierced in the middle and then it smells.
Oh, the gauges? She smells like a dirty gauge?
Oh, that's the worst fucking smell ever. Like you ever kissed a girl on her neck and then you're like, "Bitch, you're too punk rock for me. This is nasty.
Bro.
Let's take these gauges off." Like
I've always thought if her gauge smells, imagine how her pussy smells.
She
don't clean the gauge, she don't clean her pussy. Dog, it's just like it just sounds like something that just goes with it. Like
Have you ever come across like a situation where you're like, "Yo, this shit smells nasty"?
a gauge or pussy?
No, like a pussy.
Hmm?
Like where you're like,
but
not like where you're gonna stop and throw up.
You just don't hit. You just hit it. You just don't eat it.
Yeah, I know, but
That's
like,
it. Like you're just
but
like.
what was
your
your reaction? Like, how did you find out? Were you like,
it's late for you? You give her the benefit of the doubt because it's 3 a.m. after the club. You're kind of just like she danced all night.
but
like it has never been my girlfriend. I'll send that bitch to the shower.
You didn't tell her to go to the shower?
Dude, I barely knew this girl.
Oh, okay.
Like, you can't be like, yo,
so did you take her home or take it to a hotel?
Oh, like fucking, the homie's house, like type of shit where it's like we go back to like a house with people in it, and
I would always take advantage, especially if it was like if it wasn't my house, I'll take advantage of that house, bro.
What, you're nutting everywhere?
No, like I'll go into the shower. I'll be like, pretend it's my house. I'm like, start eating shit from the fridge. Like, yo, let's get the party going. There's alcohol here. Like, he's like, yo, my dad knows all those beers. Fuck that. It's not my dad.
Oh, you're the worst. Oh, that's funny though.
And then like before I would leave, I just remember just like popping like little cans just so it would leak in the morning and be like, ¿Quién hizo esto? Tú te tomaste mis cosas, ¿verdad,
That
cabrón?
was my house, bro. You're ruining my house, bro. I had the house party when I was in high school.
I told you I would do scandalous shit to people's houses because they would always kick me out of the FIFA tournament. They'll make me play first, so I get kicked out. I developed that Butters fucking Professor Chaos shit. I would people know. Bill Dotrieve says he was like, I'll put the blocks of cheese in the microwave and leave. Be like, all right, guys, I'm taking off. And leave that shit like a time bomb, 2 minutes, and the shit will start melting. And then you'll just have like cheese, and it'll get hardened, and then the parents would come home, and they'll be like, who did this? And I would get a call later. It was me, Marvin. All right, so and let's also introduce our guest. What is it? Working in the world of journalism. What is it? Head writer and what is it? Are you creator?
Editor, yeah, creator.
Editor, creator, and owner of Visit HOLLYWEED magazine, a magazine that specializes in the real cannabis culture. The one and only Danny. Welcome back. Welcome to the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast.
Thank you. Visit HOLLYWEED.
Visit HOLLYWEED, man. How did you come up with that name? Aside from the obvious, like, yo, it's a combination of Hollywood and weed.
Yeah, no, I decided I wanted to do a website on weed in California. So I just need to come up with a name. But, yeah, I don't know. I was walking to the library. Came right to my head.
Were you like a library kid?
No, not really, but I did go to library school at one point. So.
What's library school? What's that?
Be a librarian?
to be a librarian.
Damn, that's like
what?
what-
There's a school
Yeah,
just to be a
fool.
librarian.
That's like the same kind of school
For
when
clowns?
like when you get hired at a professional Hilton. Like you ever been to a professional Hilton? Like
no. What the
like,
fuck?
no-
Is, what is that now?
Okay, like a fucking Hilton, like a Hilton 5-star resort. All those employees, you would swear they got a wind up thing and they got trained for that. There's the same place for people that work in library where they know it's like almost being a part of the Vatican.
Like Domino's, like they went to Domino's and these motherfuckers said
No,
they'll take
that's
you to
different,
school.
bro.
No, but they said they got a school to teach you how to make pizzas. It kind of obviously not the same thing, but it's like everybody's got their own little fucking school.
Basically, yeah.
So how many books do you have to read
Bunch of books, like a big stack of books.
just to become a like what's
Yeah, you
Like
have to study.
classics.
You have to study information science and like the science of organizing information.
what the fuck? That sounds very interesting.
what? Hold on, hold on. Say that again, dude. I was like that. Like I would have walked out of class right after you said that.
Because organizing information is a science that people have been developing for about 200 years. And there's a whole kind of like theory and process for how information is organized. And it's like in the library with the books, but also like on the computer and in
So,
the, yeah.
You're talking about like alphabetical order times 10 or
Yeah.
times 100, where it's
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
alphabetical order, but then we're gonna go to the second.
A real
letter.
life
Yeah.
bibliography, dog.
Holy
Database.
shit.
Yeah,
Database.
Databases, yeah.
It's like
database, yeah, exactly, because that stuff actually, the internet kind of comes out of information science, which is part of library.
Yeah.
there's certain libraries like the CSUN library, the one where I went. There was a spot, dog, where you can get like articles that were like written like way before, like some of them like late 1890s or whatever, before the 1900s turned. Like you, in order to rent those out, you had to get a special permission, and that machine would take this shit down because nobody could just go and take this shit out. It's organized, and they know what to look for, and you get a certain amount of time with it, and it's fucking crazy. Like, what kind of library did you go to? Who's the librarian there? Professor X from the X-Men?
So,
Like,
I studied like archival libraries, like you're describing, where it's rare books and manuscripts kind
Yeah.
of libraries.
I was about to say that there's some expensive ass books, dog. That
who do you
people-
think has the
No,
like
Rob,
one of the
there-
first editions of the Bible? Probably one of the
Nah,
most expensive books.
yeah, but there's
I'm pretty sure the Vatican has that.
yeah, those are expensive, but like some that got stolen that I know for sure. Some
Or like Hitler shit, huh?
what's the Mormons?
What?
There
He
was a
stole
book
a
of
lot
the
of shit.
Mormons. There was
Book
some
of
book of the
Mormons?
Mormons that people were stealing, like, and it went. There's a documentary about it. Like
Oh,
they
that-
stole these white salamander or some salamander fucking booklets out there in like Utah or something, and they made a heist. Like these kids went in there and they knew it was worth a lot of money, but they didn't have security. Nothing. It was an old lady. They came up on them, but obviously they fucked up on all of the steps and they ended up getting caught. But there's books that are worth like art pieces.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is that it kind of made me realize that, you know, everything now is digital, but when something is in a printed form, like a book or a piece of paper, it could last for hundreds of years. We have things at UCLA that are, you know, 100 years old or 500 years old or 2,000 years old. And
Some of the shit you only see it through the glass. Fool, you don't even touch it. Yeah,
right, exactly.
like that shit's there, and like you have to like. There's a magnifying glass, and you have to fucking read that shit. I mean, at least when I had to do that, I was like, man, I got pissed. I was like, I don't read. I can't even read that cursive shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so now everything's digital, and you know, the digital stuff kind of goes away. It doesn't really. It's not going to be around in.
They can delete it at any moment.
Yeah. It's not. You know, stuff from like 10 years ago, you probably would have a lot of trouble accessing. Whereas a book from 10 years ago, you could easily still have it on your
They
shelf.
have porno in the library. Like, is there a porno library?
Yeah.
What? Cause no, I'm wondering.
No,
it.
but that's a good
They
question.
have a dick
Smart.
museum, so I'm imagining they have a fucking porno library.
Well, the British Library has the biggest porn collection because they like would take any forbidden literature and lock it up, and so they have this whole collection. It's hard to get access to. You
But-
have to be a researcher.
It's just a book full of anagas.
But that's what I was about to say. I don't think it's a porno. It's more of a
It's
like one
any-
of those shit those women's read, right?
No, it's a combination
the
of
erotic-
it.
It's
It's not-
erotica, but it's
Yeah.
pretty.
pretty detailed that you
pretty
can.
explicit, like
Yeah.
pretty pornographic.
Some
yeah.
European shit. Wait, so did you study this as a major?
Yeah, yeah.
Where'd you go to
Okay.
college?
UCLA.
Oh,
Damn,
wow.
dude. Hey, we
So
gotta
what is
clap it
this
up for that. I
under?
wanted to
Yeah,
go there.
yeah.
Shit.
So what is like? How would you major for that? What's like the major? What's it called?
It's called well, the degree is called an MLIS, which is a master's in library and information science. So it's a master's degree program in library and information
Yeah,
science.
so you have all
So
the
what's
titles.
your
huh?
bachelor's?
Hey, yo, hold on. He said he has all the titles. AA,
That's-
BA,
Well, AA is in BA.
Yeah, okay, but I mean, but I just know that's where it starts, and then where does it's a
PhD.
PhD, and then masters, right?
No, master's and then PhD.
You have all those? Damn,
what's your
dog.
bachelor's
That's
in?
Can't
fucking.
even get papers, and this fool's got
What's
fucking
your
all the
bachelor's in?
papers.
I feel.
English.
English?
Yeah.
So look, this was right in my articles, dog.
Wow.
You know how dope that feels? I was like, I want to tell you, like, find one mistake in there, bitch. Like, make some crazy bets. I'll fight you right now if you find a mistake in there.
That's
He's got
awesome.
an MBA, PhD,
Wait.
and I got an fucking DUI, and I had to go to
You got an
AA
IT number,
classes.
bro.
I need to
No.
fucking step it up, dog. What am I doing? Fucking up,
What do
dog.
you call it, dog? You got an IT number?
IT, yeah. I don't even have an SIN.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I got ice on the red line.
Did you do all of those? Did you get all your degrees like back to back, or did you have like those periods, like the break periods?
After I graduated college, I had a few years between, before I went to grad school. And then I was in grad school for just a really long time. And then I taught at UCLA for a couple years. And then I did the library degree because I was kind of in academia. I was like a professor, but.
You were a professor?
Yeah, at UCLA.
How old are you, Dan?
That's what I'm saying.
43.
Oh, okay, you're like C minus age.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I had a whole career, but I kind of walked away from it. And that's why I started Visit HOLLYWEED, but it kind of really comes out, at UCLA, it's a publicly funded school. So, everything that you do when you're working there is kind of considered part of the public. And the idea is that, what we do in that institution, we should take it out into the community and into the world, because the public paid for it. And so, I really wanted to do something that I thought would be kind of like a service to the community by documenting and preserving kind of what's going on in California cannabis, because it's just like so cool and there's so much history happening.
And there's no way you could have been part of the school and done that, obviously.
I could, you probably could have,
Because now a little bit now, maybe because
but
not so
for me it was
stigmatized.
kind of like turning away and doing a completely different thing.
What
you
did
know
that
what I mean?
was that self-discipline? Like, were your parents like super smart or what, dude? Like you don't look Asian to me. Like, I don't feel like where was that pressure coming from, dog? I don't like that's a lot, bro. There's some people like I remember talking to some Indian fools that were tutoring me in college. I was like, yes, my family depends on this, and I was like, oh shit, did you have to get this? Like, you just like a super bar. Like, how did that come about? Just self motivation.
Yeah, I guess I majored in English in college, and I went to this small liberal arts school in Maryland, and it was just kind of like sorry, it's kind of a
I got you.
No, it's good. Yeah.
Why you gotta break my mic, dude?
my bad.
Nah, just fucking with you.
Not only is he super smart.
Yeah, he's
Super
super,
strong.
strong.
I'm just trying really hard to talk into this microphone.
Yeah, you're good. Perfect.
You know what's ironically, they're actually not bitching a lot, so you're good.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, by the time I went to a really like hippie school.
What do you mean by that? You went to like an artsy school?
It was
or
like
what?
an artsy school. It was like a really small school, and
Everybody
everyone
had a
was,
dog
like,
or what?
everyone had a dog, and like it was like kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and we all just like partied together and took like really hard classes and got really into all the like philosophy and literature and art and got, like really philosophical about it. And I just got really into that. But then I had professors that were like kind of encouraging me to go to grad school, which really, as a professor, I wouldn't tell someone to go to grad school because it's not really a very good life choice.
That shit's just more expensive school.
I was
That's
about
all
to
that
ask
is,
you,
like-
as someone who's got a PhD, but you got it obviously not now. Would you tell a kid that's about to graduate, go to college? Because we hear don't go to college, you're gonna be in debt. Then you hear some people you can't make it without college. So I can imagine being at 18, like, who the fuck do I listen to?
Yeah.
As someone who's got a PhD, who's been pretty much the whole way through it, if your son, what would you tell your son?
Well,
Hit someone in a newspaper.
yeah, I mean,
Like, are you in debt? Like, what I'm saying, like, if I
yeah,
did your career,
I have student loans.
like crazy
but-
student loans.
Yeah, kind of. But
Yeah.
it didn't have to be that way. I'm just not that good at that sort of thing. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, there's, I definitely wouldn't tell someone that you need to go all the way and get like a PhD or whatever. But I would encourage someone to, if they can, to go to college. Not necessarily when you're 18, maybe when you're 20 or something like that.
Where you're a little bit more mature.
Yeah, because it is
And not so horny.
You're right. I mean, well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it's a good experience for a lot of people, but it definitely doesn't mean that you're not. It doesn't necessarily make you smarter than anyone else. I just think it's a cool experience to have.
It teaches.
If you can do it, I think it's cool to do.
I think it serves different purposes for everybody. Like, it taught me how to act. It taught me how to act around people that what I wanted in my career, I was approaching totally differently and totally wrong. And I learned how to kind of play those games. And maybe I could have learned that by myself, but my perspective wouldn't have been able to have that growth because I would have been taking it from like people that I wouldn't have respected and looked at it from me going like a scholar, from like a scholar's point of view, as compared to like if it was some street homies trying to teach me the same shit, I'd be like, why the fuck you gotta teach me this shit? Because you're young and stupid like that. You know what I mean?
Like, the only reason I went was honestly because I just didn't want to look like the dumb kid. I went because what was I gonna go work construction with my dad?
Be like, I like my soft hands.
Yeah, pretty much. So I went, and then everybody, I was in an Avid class. I don't know if you know what Avid is, but it's like they help you to go to college. So everybody in that class went to college. So I sat there and I was like, fuck. So I went for 2 years, and I don't even think I should. I was my dad, I would have told myself, I was like, why you want to go? You don't even know what you want to do.
Right.
Like-
And did you stop at that point?
I went for like a year and a half, and then I just kind of, I fucked up. I took a lot of general ed because they tell you to take general ed. And then when I was almost done with my general ed, I went up to my counselor. I went up to my counselor and I was like, hey, I'm done with my general ed. I'm ready to be an architect. And they're like, you didn't take no prerequisites for architecture.
Just
And
took
I was
all
like,
the
no one told me. And they're like, you guys just told me to take general ed. So I just wasted a year and a half, and I was so frustrated.
So you just took all the general eds?
Women's studies, like all the easy shit. But then I looked at her and I was like, well, what am I close to getting? She's like, you're really close to a sociology degree. And then I asked her, what does sociology degree mean? And she's like, you're going to be a social worker, so you're going to be like the adopted care system. You're going to hang out with beaten moms, people's problems, basically. And I was like, fuck out of here.
You didn't have to necessarily go into that.
That's what all
Yeah,
no.
dude, you could have
didn't
got
have
it
to go
too.
into that career.
Into
You could have got
You
it
could have still
too.
done this.
Victims of abuse.
But what do you mean?
Like, just because
Can
that
you
was your
imagine
major,
Xavier's safe
Yeah,
home
I don't
for beating
understand-
women?
I don't understand what's the point of getting a major if you're not gonna do what you got the
Yo.
major for. That's irrelevant to me.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, when I was gonna get that sociology degree, I said if I'm gonna get the sociology degree,
Well-
I'm gonna get it to do a job in sociology. If not, then why
Well, I
get
don't
it?
know. I got
XG safe home for beating battered women?
Dude, that's what she told me, and I'm there laughing. Dude, I'm
If
wearing,
you see this fucking
Dog.
pink sticker with the XG, your girl's safe to go there if you're
Dog,
beating up.
You know what's hilarious? Which was ironic. I'm here talking to my counselor about what I should be next for my career, and she's like sociology degree. And she's explaining to me, I'm there wearing a fucking shirt of a naked girl on my fucking chest. She's looking at me and she literally asked me, she's like, what do you think about that? And I was like, what do you mean? It's that thing where I'm 19, so I really don't know what I think about it. I just think she's hot. And the shirt was $25.
Look at
Hey.
what Bildotri said.
What do you say?
TJ Showgirls.
Your home for beating women.
Oh, my home from beating women.
It's TJ Showgirls.
Oh, TJ Showgirls. Oh yeah, that's how I'd send them. No, but yeah, dude.
That
fuck
is
shit.
that is their home for beating women. That's where they both work now, right?
Yeah, they both work there. Yeah, Side Dick Eddie and George.
Did Eddie get married to a new girl?
Oh, Eddie's in love, fool. In love.
Remember he was married?
He wasn't married.
He posted it.
Oh, I'm not married no more.
What happened? The
They
I
went
watch
to
with
the
the
Red
I-
Hot Chili
Hey,
Peppers?
the I watch was the engagement ring. And I only posted. You see me post my iWatch finally yesterday, and it wasn't even me. It was the Be Real TV fucking account. Remember when Eddie posted it 40 times?
Right.
That was the funniest shit. There's some of the shit where I'm like, yo, I'm glad. When I listened to it, I was like, I strictly tuned in because I know he has the same kind of. He gets a kick out of some of the same shit that I would get a kick out of. Like, you know, like I'm sure Eddie would get a kick if he saw somebody go to a restaurant and the song goes out and all shit goes out. He
Oh,
probably.
yeah, he does shit like that. His kids are like you. I have this feeling his kids do agri activities.
I mean, I don't know. They grew up without him, so.
Dude, if you're like Eddie to this day, he does crazy shit. Like when he's with us, he'll just do crazy shit. Like if it wasn't for me not having papers, he would have pulled some crazy shit at the Border Patrol thing.
I think you would have had to go to jail already.
What?
If you would have had papers, he wouldn't have risked you.
Oh yeah, no. But fuck.
Is that Dom leaving? Go check real quick. Yeah, you for sure would have like had to like get. You for sure would have got in trouble. Have you ever been in trouble like that? Border Patrol, or anything like that?
No.
I mean, you got all the degrees, bro. I don't. You strike me as a guy who doesn't get in trouble. Have you ever been in trouble with the law?
No.
What's the closest
No, sorry, I
experience you had? You
What's
got
that?
pulled over. Excuse me. What's the closest experience you had?
I really have not had any real. I mean, I've gotten pulled over. a couple
That's how you sounded last week, dog.
What?
where you said, I have like you haven't experienced racism in America, Xavier. It's like no.
Oh, I haven't because I don't think calling me a beaner is racism. It's just this fool being an idiot. Like to me, racism. If you want to talk racism, I'm talking when people are getting lynched, people getting hit. That to me is racism. Like actually not selling me a fucking Snickers bar because I'm black. That's racism. Telling me, hey, you fucking Mexican. Hey, you fucking beaner. Yeah, it's racism, but I'm not gonna cry about it and act like it hurts my feelings.
Get water.
Like, because yes, someone asked me, have you ever been discriminated for being Mexican? I was like, not really. They're like, you've never been called a beaner? I'm like, to me, that's not. To me, when you call like a hate crime is something that they, and even then, like, I don't know. Lately, there's a lot of hate crimes, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's weird.
Hate crimes.
Hmm?
Hate crimes.
Huh?
Hate crimes.
Yeah, like when people say like that would be like if when a white guy and a black guy get in a fight, they consider that a hate crime. I'm like, can they just be a fight?
I see,
Sometimes
I see.
can it just be a fight? Like, how about this white guy just doesn't like this black guy and they just got in a fight? It's always like, oh, it was a hate crime if it's always a white guy hitting a Mexican. Which I mean, sometimes it is a hate crime. So other time, like, dude, they maybe could have just been a real altercation. And maybe they're both fucking assholes. But yeah,
Well-
I've never had a whole full on hate crime I would consider or racial slur thrown at me. What, Kate?
So what made you not want to be a librarian? Was it the salary? Was it the hours? Like, what was it?
The loneliness.
Yeah, like volunteers are there because they have to be, not because they want to be.
Right. Well, coronavirus happened, and I couldn't get a job, and even before coronavirus, I couldn't get a job. I was like bouncing around from temporary jobs, and you can do that in that kind of field forever. But you know, I was like, I'm kind of over that lifestyle, and but then coronavirus happened. I was unemployed, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna start something. You know, I'm finally just gonna start my own thing. And that's why I started Visit HOLLYWEED, because I was like, you know, it's just a hard, you know, being in education and being in like nonprofit field and stuff like that. You don't make any money and you don't have any steady employment. And I was just kind of like, I don't know. I decided that I just wanted to like be in control of my life a little bit more and do my own thing. So was like, I'm going to start my own thing and just concentrate on that. And ever since I did that, it was like all my focus and energy went into Visit HOLLYWEED, and it's been like way just smooth sailing since then. So, yeah.
Do you have any books you recommend?
See, I'm bad at that game. I don't
I'm
really.
bad at that game.
I don't really like read just books for fun. You know what I mean, like literature.
Yeah.
So what do you read? So like, well, what is it? What's
Like
something? What's your typical? If I went in your car right now and I was like, let's see what he's reading, what would I find?
Well, I have a bunch of books on the history of weed because that's like my focus right now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I read things
Oh,
that.
can you give us a crazy for us stoners? We got a bunch of stoners. Well, what's something where you're
All
like,
the
holy
research,
shit?
yeah.
Yeah. Can you give us something you've read where you're like, dude, like I don't think these fucking stoners know.
Well, I mean, one thing I think is really interesting is that like, I don't know, maybe you do know this, but the first raid that happened in LA on cannabis growers was when police came into a little kind of small town neighborhood called Sonora Town, and it's in downtown where Chinatown is right now, and they did this huge bust of cannabis. Like I guess they were kind of farming it there, and it had only just recently become illegal. So it just.
So what
kind
year
of-
was this?
What's that?
What year was this? 19.
The drug bust happened in 1914.
Okay.
Whoa.
So that was the first time that like it had recently become illegal, and then the police were like busting people that were obviously like already there's probably just like a culture of growing weed and maybe selling it or whatever. So they kind of used that law to kind of go into this community, and yeah, that was 1914, and you know, you see the way that played out for the next 100 years, all the way up until 2016 when they legalized it. And so even that neighborhood right now is still considered one that's been impacted by the war on drugs. And so so many neighborhoods in LA are kind of have these interesting weed histories that people don't even realize. And then you kind of think, wow, this whole conversation about should it be legal or illegal, or, you know, is it does it represent like Mexicans coming into, you know, California or something like that? That's, you see the way that kind of whole idea started 100 years ago, you know?
You've gone down the research because I haven't read a book. I just kind of watch YouTube videos and shit. Did the cotton gin really fuck weed up?
Cotton gin?
The cotton gin?
Oh, that machine?
The machine that Eli Whitney or whatever
Are
made.
you talking about that Rapunzel machine with the?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that stopped hemp from being made, and they made that shit illegal. Is
The cotton gin?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
okay? Yeah,
They probably didn't have enough.
Xavier's right. You do piss blood if you work out a lot. No, I'm just kidding.
You can now confirm.
Yeah, I mean, like, be real, you won. All right, like, still need to.
It's time to take a break.
It's time to take a break.
You should then maybe I'm gonna have you back on after you read this. Yes, the cotton gin was created by some guy, and technically that's what stopped hemp from being made. And since he made cotton work, he had this machine. He had to get rid of hemp being made because hemp was a better product.
Think about it
Yeah,
though. You don't
so
think
He
it
made
was
hemp-
deeper than
yeah,
that though?
so he made hemp illegal. That way his cotton gin would still work.
Right.
That makes any
Hey,
sense.
was slaves
So
still
that's
picking?
where the
Were slaves still
legalization of it
picking the
started.
shit at that time though?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, then, yeah,
Well,
they were-
that's the thing that stopped it.
yeah,
The
that's what
cotton
I'm
gin was
saying.
the thing that was supposed to
Because
stop it.
they knew they're like, fool, we're gonna have to get rid of the free employees. like if everybody, if you started doing this shit with weed, eventually somebody was gonna smoke this shit, and they're gonna be like, you know what? Don't hit that fool. they were gonna be like, it would have been a whole different America, dog. Some of these fools would have been like, I'm sorry, I've been hitting you this way. Let's be friends, Toby. You know what I mean? Or some shit like that.
That's the crazy thing is that hemp was a really big crop in America from like way early on.
So are you a big historian? Like I would imagine, like, cause I like history, but For me, like I remember, like I had this dope ass history.
Oh, you don't like history?
No,
you
no,
didn't even
no.
know. You didn't even know that we went against that. We were fighting the Nazis
See,
in
you
World War II.
didn't let me
You
finish.
never said that. I'm just kidding.
I used to like this history class. I had this teacher called Mr. Johnson. He made this shit like dope. It was cool. We used to like fucking get to. He would break down the whole problems between like the North and South and shit like that. But in terms that you could understand it, it was like drunk history almost. But like nobody was drunk. And yeah, I remember. So I like certain shit like that. You know what I mean? So I imagine it's certain things that get my interest. Like people would think that I'd be interested in watching those documentaries about like, this is why the aliens are real. No, like I like watching like weird history on certain shit. Like I don't know, like city planning or some shit like that. Where I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I didn't know this is what this used to be here. Like, and then be like, why the fuck do you know this? Like, how do you know? Like weird shit like that.
He knows about this. He has to know about this since he's been in the fucking. He's like a librarian. What's those tunnels we talk about that we're supposed to go and research and shit?
Oh,
he's got to know this. If he doesn't know about this, they don't exist. I'm telling you.
Do you know about the
now.
Hollow Records?
He was paid to say no.
Yeah,
you seen how he stopped? He was like,
he looked at you.
What's the Hall of Records?
Don't act like you don't know, dog. No,
He's on claims. I don't know. He's on claims that there's.
All right,
like
Blink once.
So this is like there's this building called the Hall of Records in like downtown. It's like in downtown. You can go there. Anybody can go there. But right behind that building, there's this like fucking right in front of the entrance, and right behind it, there's another building that has one door to the elevator. And you take that elevator down, and it takes you down to these tunnels. And there's like a bunch of tunnels, and it looks very industrial. And like these just rooms, and they're open to the public. And every room are full of like banker's boxes with paperwork of people's information, just like different kinds of information and shit. And they leave it there for some reason. It's like all kinds of shit that like you really have to be looking through a bunch of stuff for you to know what you're looking for. And then like you can walk these tunnels. There's maybe like one janitor that you might see cleaning it there. Lights are there on, and like eventually it'll lead you to under the prison. But on your way under the prison, there's these tunnels that lead everywhere else, all under, and you can go there. And there's a couple people that have filmed there, like. Yeah, and I was like, I've always wanted to do some journalism shit like that, but I'm scared, man. Like, cause I'm scared, bro. Like, I'd be like the type of journalist to be like, yo, he got scared and he shot somebody.
Do you think there's any chance of these? He says that you can live down there, basically.
I didn't say you could. I said I wonder why. There's got to be a reason why homeless are afraid to go there. They post up everywhere, but why the fuck would you not go there?
Listen, if you investigate and write something up, I'll publish it on Visit HOLLYWEED.
Damn.
We can go high as fuck.
Damn, hold on. Let me look this up. Hold on.
Wait. So
under tunnels under Hall of Records. Why does it have one in San Bernardino? Fuck no, I'm not going down no tunnels in San Bernardino. Yeah,
I know they have them in Vegas. I know they have tunnels.
Yeah, the homeless
tunnels in Vegas, but that's because that shit gets hot. If you go to a certain place in Vegas, there's tunnels and there's like it's Skid Row, but underground, which sounds a lot scarier. I'm not gonna lie, Skid Row's already scary. I can't imagine shit underground.
Hey, do you watch this? Did you watch this YouTuber called Danny Mullen?
No.
Oh, this white boy.
What did he do?
He like I feel like you would like him, and I'm surprised your algorithm hasn't showed him. Dude, I fucking started binging this fucking channel, bro.
What did he do?
This motherfucker does some crazy shit. Like he went to the WNBA game dressed with his friend, and like they were there just to do the most outlandish shit, like hitting on these girls, be like talking to the security people and be like, so how many do you expect? Big crowd, huh? Like 500? Like and then and just like recording them, and they get kicked out of like places. I don't
really like that though. I don't like assholes.
It's not
like being an asshole. Like
you would know,
I love
dude.
Funny, just I don't like.
You would fucking like. It's not an asshole, dude. It's like he does it in a way like I like. All right, so he like there's this episode where he goes to what's that place in Texas where they're crossing illegally, and he starts interviewing these kids, and these kids don't have no idea what's going on, and he shows the side to like Border Patrol, but at the same time he's making these fools crack up. You know what I mean? Like he's doing random shit by annoying them. Some of the people get annoyed. Like this, there's an episode where he goes into a NASCAR rally as a Biden supporter.
That's hilarious.
Oh, and these people are just like they're getting fucking pissed, dog.
You know what the difference is though? I hate saying this. If you wear a Biden hat at a Trump place, you won't really get hit. You wear a Trump hat at a Biden place? Oh, good luck to you, homie. You're going to get everything thrown at you. Like, it's going to be bad news. That's what I'm saying. Like, it just sucks for both sides. I don't know why it has to get like that. Whoever should stand their side. But it's just crazy how if you wear a Trump hat out here in LA, good fucking luck. Yeah, that's
there was like one that. Oh, here it is. The Tunnels of Doom. And this is exploring.
That's the one in LA?
Yeah, that's the video. And the crazy part is this transvestite doing this whole video. He's literally dressed like.
And they wonder why they're always in danger.
I mean, he's going.
Like,
and he went down there with this fat like Korean dude who like is not even his co-host, who was like quiet. He was like, "Oh yes, just say random shit." But it went November 5th, 2020, and it said, "Hold on, it says." Los Angeles has miles of hidden tunnels under downtown. I decided to explore them with my friend Kev TV, aka Fat Ass. All
right, I like this trend.
I wrote that.
Oh, you did? Oh man, I was about to give her props.
Okay, hold on. These are not open to the public, so explore it at your own risk.
Also, wait up. How is it not open to the public? But
he snuck in there. He recorded it, dude. Let's sneak in there, dude.
I don't know, dog. Dude, like you said, if homeless ain't down there, there's a reason they're not down there.
Because they get kicked out.
Lizard people. No, lizard people, dog. You're going to run into Hillary Clinton drinking some adrenochrome down there.
Do you honestly think, though, like, if you ran into a lizard person, do you think, like, what's your best chance? I would shoot him.
No, dog.
You can shoot a lizard?
I would hope he didn't see me see him.
Oh, yeah, because he can call...
Yeah, dude, he's literally going to reptile, turn himself into a cop, arrest me, deport me. Like, he's a reptile. He can turn himself into whatever he wants, dog. Be like, what the fuck up?
Has his way with you.
Biden walking up to you.
Right?
He's like, I heard what you said in the chat room. Turns out I'm COVID free now. Like, this is the place. The Hall of Records right here. That's the fucking place. And like this fucking this person, this is the elevators, and he's like, there's nobody guarding there, and he just went and pushed it. And just, it's called, the video is called Exploring the Downtown Los Angeles Creepy Underground Tunnels.
Wait, so do they keep records there of what?
It's called, Los Angeles County Archives.
Oh, okay.
The archives. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, yeah, cities always have like an archives of just all the city records and all the.
So I was asking him, what's in those city records? Like, can we find out everybody that's died in the city? Is that part of city records?
Like, it's no top secret shit, right?
It's probably a lot of really boring stuff, but like
expenses, huh?
Oh.
Yeah.
Receipts.
But there are, you can access public records. That's why they have these buildings. And, as a journalist, I have to probably learn to do that kind of thing. I don't really do that kind of investigative journalism, but you can, as the public, can access a lot of records. But like death records might be managed by a different department, and I don't know what ends up going into the archives exactly, but.
Yeah. I have a question.
Yeah, but there's a lot of shit down there.
It could be. I have a question you might be able to answer. So on my tinfoil, we just had a guy that came on and defended Michael Jackson of not being a pedophile and not being dead.
Okay.
His defense was on Michael Jackson's death certificate. That's not his real name. That's on the death certificate. How important is that on?
What did it say?
It says Michael Joe Jackson.
Moonwalker.
Michael Joe Jackson. His name is Michael Joseph Jackson. So they're fucking up. How important is that in a birth certificate? Like, I'm sure that birth and death. It should be really important, right, to get someone's fucking name right.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, it's just interesting. Like, how much does the document represent the truth, or is the document have an error on it, or does an error become the reality because it's on the document?
Because you look at his license, like this guy pulls up this guy's license and it says Michael Joseph Jackson. It says it on his birth certificate, but on the death certificate it says Joe. And his defense is like, he's really not dead. He's still alive, kind of like, that Tupac Biggie theory.
Yeah.
Because it's not a real birth certificate. And that's his defense. I'm not saying it's a huge I'm not saying it's the best evidence. I'm not saying if we're in court, he wins. But I'm just wondering, like, how important is it on a, like, I'm sure... You've heard that you should have the full name. Everything should be on point, right? That's why the records are there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting because there's all these like sort of formal rules for records to be, legitimate and accurate. But then there's always
Fuck
errors.
ups. Yeah, there's always
in the records. So that's what like people have to do when they go back through the records is like they see all the kind of human errors and.
You think there was more human errors before, obviously, because everything handwritten? Like a lot with JFK
people
shit.
literally had to like handwrite everything or like type it on a typewriter.
You think that was more of a valuable skill before?
It was a super valuable skill. Yeah. And
Now those people, like, imagine, like, yo, they're probably like, what the fuck?
there was a period where, what's that kind of, that shorthand? You remember, have you ever heard about shorthand? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Shorthand what?
Is
like government GOVT.
You write, you
Right?
write everything really quick.
No. There's like it's even to the point where it's like you write different like kind of symbols for words and things like that. I don't know exactly how it works, but it's like a separate like kind of language
Alphabet,
that you learn just for the purpose of writing really quickly.
Like you know how
Like
when,
abbreviations?
like when they put et al or something when there's more than like one
Right,
author
right,
and
right,
stuff.
yeah.
Is it like that type?
It's kind of like that. It's like everything is like shortened down. You have to memorize all the
Abbreviations.
The abbreviations and even just like the symbols. Like
So it would be kind of like the Chinese language. You know how the Chinese language says a symbol means something, so it would be kind of like that.
Oh yeah,
totally
yeah.
like that.
Okay,
And
that's crazy.
Before, like right before computers, that was like a really valuable skill because like people would take down dictation as someone was speaking, and just being able to write as quickly as someone spoke was really necessary. And so people learned this kind of different language just for writing really quickly.
I mean, I got to give it up to people at the court
right
that be typing up all that shit quick.
that's
I'm like,
crazy.
dude, people are talking word like per minute, like miles per minute, and you're there like something like that. That's wild.
Those people end up with fingers like this, bro.
Oh, they smoking weed.
They end up
Bro.
with those like fucking like
You don't want a hand job.
No, they
from a
look
girl
like they
that.
look like they have rakes for fingers, like like you know what I mean? When they get old, and then I like, bro, I know.
Well, don't say that because I transcribe all these interviews all the time.
No, but
Every
like if
time
you're,
I talk to you,
but
I
you're
have
not
to
pushing
write it
like
down.
fucking those typewriters like back in the day. That's not heavy.
That's true.
I
That's
know, and moving the paper.
that's where I learned how to write. Like I know how to type without looking. Like I know how to do that shit. Like
Same.
yeah. So
See, that's a valuable skill.
and honestly, like I thank you, Mrs. Osborne's fat ass
What up?
for
Isn't
fucking
that-
helping me out.
Thank
Isn't that
you,
a
Mrs.
common?
Osborne.
Isn't that a common skill?
No.
I can text without looking.
Okay, but
You can't type without looking.
I can type without looking.
Oh yeah, I can watch.
no,
TV and
type on the computer though.
That's
Yeah.
why.
Do you know every placement without looking?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
these
by
kids
my
have
face
to.
and
These
my
kids
face.
have to.
Yeah.
They've been on the computer for years.
Yeah,
Younger than us.
like me,
know
like
that.
I had to learn that.
Maybe they learn it now.
I took a course, bro. Like I remember I took a course and I wouldn't get my own computer till I learned how to type correctly. And I remember like I still got my words
It
per
was
minute.
a class in high school for me. Legitimately a class
For
in
me,
high
it
school.
was a class in like 4th grade.
Okay, yeah, stop flexing how young you are.
No, because they had to show us like younger because
Damn, 4th grade? Like what the fuck? I learned that
we
shit
had-
at like
we-
8.
We had computer.
Yeah, that's why I said I learned that shit in fucking
had
high
Fuck
school.
computer-
you, Kate.
we
Yeah,
had
that's why I
computer
said stop flexing
classes.
on your age on us. She's
Turn
like,
your mic off, right?
Yeah.
No,
He's like, I didn't even have a high school till college.
No, but it's really important in order to type really fast, and like when I'm transcribing, I have to type as fast as possible.
What's your rate? I know there's a rate because I remember mine being pretty high. I remember I was like 28.
You talk about words per hour or
Words
like
per
rates
hour or
to
words per
hire
minute?
him?
No, words. He knows
You're
what I'm
asking
talking
him
about.
like he's a prostitute. Like, yo, so what's your rate? How many
Hey,
roses?
well,
Like-
if he wants to throw both, if he wants to throw both rates out there for the super chat, he can.
I'm at about 70 in both cases.
That's a lot, dude. Damn, that's a
I
lot,
don't
dude.
really know. I haven't really measured it, but I would think something like that. I could type really fast.
I bet. Yeah.
I can type almost as fast as someone speaks, but I use this app, the app in iPhone called Voice Record or whatever, and then when you play it on the laptop, you can slow the speech down. So I could just slow the speech down and then type along as Ezone talks.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about how Google Docs has like you can talk and then it types it for you.
That's just like some of them they record bad words and some of them don't. I like the Apple one because I'll say words that I'm like, you're not even supposed to know that word, but I'm glad you do. I'll say certain words. I was like, yo, Siri, you know how to write that? Oh damn, what's been going on with Siri? Like word, yo, like I'm like literally using voice to text. Like something I'll send Xavier. I'm like, yo, you freaking beep. Stop being such a beep. And then I'm like, yo, she did not make a mistake. I'm like, yo, you know how to spell all these explicit words?
Way later till the government finds out what you're saying, all those words. She's writing them down. Ezone said beep this many times. Ezone said this. Oh, he's actually a racist. He said it 20 times today. And then later the government's going to be like,
I get American choloed.
Hey, motherfucker, we know you don't say it on your YouTube, but in real life. I have a question. How crazy was it when they went from paper to digital? Or is that like as a librarian? They must have fucking.
It was crazy because for a while they just duplicated everything a lot, and for a long time they did what was called microfilm, and so they're like, okay, the modern thing is microfilm, and it's basically just like really large, really large negatives of. It was basically just a photograph of like a newspaper or a piece of paper or something like that. And then it would record it in the negative and
then put it on a computer, right?
It would put it on a little film strip.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And then you would go to a machine that magnified it, and then you could like scroll through the film strip to find the pages, say in an old newspaper or something like that. So they were like, okay, this is the technology. Now we can actually convert or preserve all of our paper stuff with this microfilm. So for a couple decades, they like transferred everything to microfilm, and every library had these viewers and everything like that. And then the digital came along, and then microfilm is like, no one uses it. So there's all this material that's preserved on microfilm, but microfilm is actually not that great and people don't use it anymore. So there's a lot of that's happened in our age. Like people kind of digitized everything and then ended up throwing out a lot of old materials. But then they found that the digital version isn't accessible over time because the technology changed or whatever. But then they got rid of all the original stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, as things transition, you know, the library world and the information world like tries to keep up with the technology, but in a way, the one technology that lasts the longest is
original,
the book,
the book
or the paper. You know, because that was a technology too. That was a new thing too. At one point, it was an idea that people had to like, let's combine things into a book. You know,
well, I mean, before mass printing, people wrote down every fucking book.
Right.
Think about that. They wrote down every fucking book. Every Bible that was written at one point was written hand by hand, and you fucked it up. That's all over.
You want some more water?
Sure.
When people wrote hand.
Sure.
Yeah, like cursive. Did you learn cursive?
Yeah, I still know.
Are you good at it?
You know my signature, because I've changed it 2 times, but my signature now is a combination of regular letters and cursive.
Kate, Miss Young one over there. Do you know cursive? Did they teach you?
Hey, fucking
They
toddler.
taught you guys cursive too? Hey, toddler.
Yeah,
But
also
that's
like
irrelevant.
I'm a girl, so I don't know if that's like a thing, but I liked stationary things. So I liked journals. I liked.
I have my
ahead of
journals
that.
from like high school. I used to write just my thoughts.
For real?
Yeah.
Like a diary? No,
it's-
So I like to write. Like I was like always like, just because the pens were cute, the notebook was cute.
You know what my goal was? It started out was like, I'm gonna waste all the ink on this pen, so I'll be like, I know what it's like to finish this pen, and then I would just write random shit. It wasn't even organized. I'd be like, yeah, I really wanted to sock that fool in class. Like it'd be like, this is how I would have done it. Like that was very graphic.
Jesus Christ, that's like a manifesto.
Whoa, this fool's
That's
crazy.
like an Edgar's
This guy's
manifesto.
crazy, bro. Not once. I've never been mad at someone like that where I had a fucking my.
You
burn
had a
book.
death note, huh?
Like
He
I was,
had one before. He used
That's
to
why,
walk.
yeah, that's why he had a
Yeah,
death note.
like 5 years ago, 2 years ago, this fool used to walk.
Imagine he knew Sensoria then.
no, it isn't like it would be me in class going back home, be like, I swear to God, I really wanted to make it a big deal. I wanted to get this glass bottle of soda and smash it on that fool. I would have ran out of the class, jumped the gate, ran home. I was like, yo, I had this whole thing. I had like these different. I should go back and whatever, but you should just be like, like whoever super chats $20, I'm gonna read a random one from my notebook.
Hey, Cali Magic Farms already super chatted 50.
Shout out to Cali Magic
shit.
Farm,
Thank
sponsor
you,
of the
my
show.
boy.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Use special code word WDSTS. Save yourself some money and check out. You didn't. I used to do that. I used to write because I had shit going on, man. Like at that time, and then that was the only way of expressing myself because I couldn't. I took like 4 years of art classes. Still can't paint nothing. Still can't draw shit. The last 2 years that people don't know, I keep a drawing journal. I have like 3 of them already. Every day I do these stupid kid fucking videos where it's like learn how to draw a fucking palm tree, learn how to fucking draw.
You still can't draw?
No, I think
though?
I have decent skills, but like you know what I mean, like now. But it took me that long, like just because I'm like, this is how bad I wanted it. So at that time, because I didn't have the time to focus on it, I just would focus on writing because I was better. And I went to school with a lot of ESL kids, so I knew how to speak fluent English and Spanish. So to me, I knew how to write like great. So my shit was always like, this fool sounds like he watches TV.
Yeah, no.
Are any of these your artwork?
No, I wish, dude. That's what I was just telling them that I took like 3 years of art classes in high school and like middle school, and I still was never any good at it. Like I just never anything dope, and I really applied myself. So I'm like, my gift was more in writing when I was at that time in my life. So I just focused on collecting things that was like, it was something I wish I could do because I appreciated how hard it would be. So when I got the money to start collection, this is what it all became about of my collection. There's still some of them.
That's a really good collection.
It's very cohesive.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just thought I like yeah, and then like now
You could do a show.
I was telling them now I just have my she was talking about journaling, like I used to have that before because I would just write down my thoughts. Like now I kind of have like a drawing journal, and I just kind of like after a workout or before workout, I'll just like watch a video and it's like drawing of the day. There's like a calendar challenge, and I'll be like, today we're drawing a fucking crow. How the fuck do I draw a crow? I'm gonna watch this video, how to do it.
It's an M.
It's gonna be fucking done. I'm
good.
fucking finish it, erase it, and like honestly, sometimes I wake up pissed. Sometimes I don't know, or sometimes something will happen. Xavier will piss me off, and like that fucking crow is the reason I come in here and I don't fucking Cairo him.
I don't know, dog. I don't do none of that shit.
Yeah, because you don't take anything serious.
No, dog. When I was
You don't
a kid,
journal?
Nah, I don't journal. I don't
Xavier doesn't
draw.
face any adversity, Kate.
When I was a kid, dog, and if I was mad, and I never really was mad, but all I cared about was soccer. Like he's on saying, "Oh, fuck that kid, dude." No one bugged me that much. Like,
You are very chill.
yeah, super dude. Like all I cared was soccer when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
dude,
the-
all I cared. I wanted the Cristiano Ronaldo.
When
Why
the big,
is that, though?
When the biggest fear of your life is getting kicked out of this country,
True.
you're not gonna
That's
fucking
a
be
pretty
involved
big
with
fear. What are you
anything.
talking about? That's a major fear.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you have the
So that's
biggest
why, like,
fear,
nothing-
Oh,
like
everything
you're
else,
gonna
yeah.
you're not gonna fuck up. Like you're not gonna do anything that puts you in no danger
Yeah.
of fucking up.
Yeah, you got the porte bien, dog. My
Like
dad
why do
told
you
me,
think
porte
even like
bien.
some of the street vendors they don't stand up for each other? Like no tengo papeles, way, let that fool rob me.
How is that and then whoever said X was privileged, how is that privileged?
You were more privileged than me because your parents had that more. I mean, even though you're not from here, your parents were like, you lived in a gated community, homie. Like I know where you grew up at. A-Way lives there. A-Way drives a fucking bright ass yellow Mercedes Benz on his dad's good credit and his good credit. And he grew up on some. I'm like, yo, not to hate on anything. I'm just like, I just knew the difference. I was like, yeah, this is a different type of Latino out here, dog.
Yeah.
Like I recognize it. I never, but I'm just like, I just knew the difference.
My parents knew they could never afford a house in LA. Gotta go to the IE. That's Mando, dog.
Your parents chose to live really comfortable in the IE than to be middle class or lower middle class in LA. Because that was a decision you had to make.
Which is sometimes I just, to me, it's like, I don't understand, and I hate saying this. I don't understand how some people just don't want to just
Leave.
to jump. Yeah,
Yeah.
like leave. Like if you're living in an apartment and you can have a house. I'm living in an apartment, but I got no kids and I'm married. But I can't imagine having kids and living in 3 kids living in a 2-bedroom when you. I mean, dude, you can get dude.
What did Chris Rock say?
Fuck,
Put
dog.
the dick down.
Yeah, dog. Every time I tell
Stop
my
fucking.
stop fucking.
Yeah, bro. Like, I really can't understand it. Like, at what point do you call it too many? Like, what do you? At what point you're like, yo, that's enough kids, bro? Have you ever like been at
bro, I share a
Target?
room with my
Have you ever
sister.
been at Target though? Like, have you ever been at Target and you're just like, and you see a group of 3 kids and you're like, all right, where are they all running to? Maybe it's a little get together. They're all here, tios and cousins, and then they run to another group of like 3 or 4 kids, and they're all saying mom to one person or dad, and I'm just like, holy shit, this is a carbon footprint. Like this is a danger to the environment, dog. You might as well just kill a polar bear at this point. Like if you're gonna be fucking taking that much, bro. Well, who's triggered?
Yeah, dude, that shit's wild.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So when doing like Visit Hollyweed and stuff, like the first article, I'm assuming, how did you come about it? And also like, how do you deal with what is it called? Writer's block. Like, do you deal with it? I mean, because you have to be constantly kind of have your mind working.
Yeah. That's a great question. Thank you. The first part, when I first started writing, well, I did a lot of research for a long time before I really started doing articles because, I was kind of like coming into it a little bit as an outsider and I needed to kind of know what I was talking about. So I kind of did the site really slowly for the first couple of years just as I was learning, and everything kind of like just usually starts with whatever I think is like interesting or what I notice and I thought maybe people would also want to know about, kind of like, kind of coming into it as a little bit of an outsider. That's why I kind of took on the role of a journalist, because it's like, I want to find information that I think other people might want to know. I feel like that's my job as a journalist.
I got a question. Or you should know that I don't. Who smokes the most weed in LA? And not because who smokes the most weed in LA that you've been around? And not because E-Zone's here and B-Real, you're in B-Real studio. Who smokes weed? Would you say it's them? Or who's got the best weed? Or what would...
Well, there's a whole, like... I'm kind of getting tapped into this whole scene in LA, which is really cool because there's a lot of kind of like, I guess you would call them kind of like boutique brands or exotics or, kind of top shelf brands, that are coming up with their own genetics that are growing like really good weed in LA. And then kind of the people that buy from them are usually the people that are like pretty tapped in, and they're only interested in like the best weed.
Best.
And there's a lot of that in LA, but I would say people that I know in the industry that smoke a lot, like they'll just be like smoking like a hash hole, like one after another. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's pretty intense.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's kind of like what we do. It doesn't stop, bro. Like, how many fucking ashtrays do we fill up here every day?
Dude, how many...
But do you smoke a hash hole every day?
Like several
every day?
Yeah.
All right.
Like my average, like on regular joints, is anywhere from 16 to 18.
Yeah.
And like I want to say like a good 40% of those are like hash holes. And
see, I just don't know how to make
shit.
one, and I don't have access to like a big jar of hash. So if I did, I probably would smoke them every day. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like there are certain celebrities that smoke a shit ton of weed.
Yeah, it's some of, I would say some of them kind of they do it while the camera's on, and then some of them like they stop when the camera turns off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like I know a lot of those people that come in here and like that, and when we really challenge them and we put them to that test, they like freak out a little bit. They're like, "What the fuck? We didn't know we were gonna be smoking the whole time." Like, yeah, what do you think? We took breaks. You think we went to craft services, got you a nice little tea till you felt hydrated and came back and finished the show?
If you didn't come in here smoking, you're coming in for something. Like you should come in here smoking. If you're really stoner, you should have came in here. Like when he's on fucking pulls up, okay, what does Fo always have in his mouth? A fucking joint. I'm like, bro, and I'm the type where like I'll wake up, brush my teeth, smoke a joint, and then I'll get ready for the day. And I'm like, I want another one, but I'm like, I'm gonna go to the studio. There's gonna be one there. We smoke for 2 hours and we don't smoke the same. I can do this drive without a joint. Not this guy. Like it's everywhere we go, yeah, and it's just his lifestyle, yeah, and that's what I mean. Like it's just who he is, though.
Yeah.
Like everywhere we go. And that's how B is too. Like everywhere, like we've talked about this story. Went to the fucking to go shoot guns.
Yeah. Oh, we tried to go to the LA Gun Club, and then the fucking dude was like, "Holy shit!" It was like he was all fucking pissed off, and he was not letting us in there. He said we smelled like weed, and I'm like, "Yeah, but we didn't fucking smoke. What the fuck?" And he was not having it, and this was with Be Real there.
Yeah, Be Real was not too happy.
Yeah, he was kind of pissed off. He was like,
yeah. Well, we're shooting guns.
Yeah, I see. I guess.
Yeah, but it's not like we're gonna go like, "Look."
But doesn't everyone come in smelling like weed though?
We reeked. I mean, there's levels to it.
It was technically Be Real's fault for fucking. He's like,
he told us not to, and we
listened.
listened.
He was like, Be Real was like, he did one of these. He was like, "Hey, let's fucking put everything out already, so we don't fucking stink it up over there, and we'll be cool." And the whole time, the way you're there, and then I'm like,
we don't say that because it's his car. You know,
and
fucking be. You know, fuck.
I'm like, all right, fine, I'll say it. Yo, dude, you told us to put it out. You don't think you got to put it out too? Like, in his head, he was like, "Nah, I'm Dr. Green Thumb. Yeah. I smell like this all the time." Nope. They were not. I think if we would have been there with a certain person that doesn't work here anymore, it would have been fine.
Dude, I was so mad because I already, when you kind of have an Instagram and you're on Instagram all the time. I already had this picture. I'm like, I'm gonna record the guns I have. I'm gonna record us walking in there. I'm gonna record B shooting gun. I'm gonna record me. And I already had the picture. I'm like, I'm gonna pick the song How to Kill a Man. No, dude, I left out there. I was so upset. I was like, oh man. I looked at these and I was like, man, the dream come true just fucking ended.
Have you ever hooked up with somebody like that because you smell like that?
What do you mean?
Like when you come like before now, everybody smells like that. But when you really smoke. Like you're like you could.
You did that because you hanged out at fucking at sessions, at taco sessions. I don't. The girls I hang out with are not stoner chicks, and I'm upset because they're just not my type. But I know you, Paul. If you go to the right place in your E zone, it's so easy for you.
I mean, that's not.
Look at him smiling. He's like, "Fuck you."
It's not. It's not easy, but
yes, it is. Look at him smiling at taco sesh back in the day when you were hosted.
No, that was blacklist sesh.
Yeah, and then they knew you had pounds and fucking slabs of dab. Oh, hi, E-Zone.
Me and Sammy were looking hella cool
E-Zone.
that day.
How you doing, E-Zone? Can I take a dab, E-Zone?
It wasn't just one company though. It was.
Can you see my fucking pasties?
It was a crazy time.
That was out in the IE.
Yeah,
dude.
You missed those days. Damn, he would have been like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that era of like the weed industry.
I know, I did miss that.
It was just a crazy time, bro. It was like anything went, bro. Like I remember I would just show up and just sell shit and just make money like almost without even trying sometimes. And it was wild. There was like a whole group of like a bunch of tables and people would have pounds on every table. There was nobody worried about getting robbed or anything yet. People just kind of knew there was security there. It was a crazy time, bro. Like, it was.
See, I wish. That's why I started Visit Hollyweed, because like, if I were doing this then, I would have like written about it, taken photos, like really documented, because that whole scene was only, temporary, and then it went away, and it was such like I've heard so many stories about the whole sesh like kind of culture.
It was crazy. Like, I mean, I remember the first time I went, he took me to a really big one. What was it? The convention?
I don't know. I remember I was there with the homie Dab Av, the really big food, and then we both had that booth. Dude, hey, remember? It's like I got to do whatever I want at that place.
You performed at that venue for a quick little minute, but like I said, I didn't know what it was. I've never even been to dispensary. I'm illegal. I don't go to dispensaries just because I don't want it to be that time that it gets raided and I'm there.
Yeah.
Like it just be that luck of the charm type of thing where it's like, fuck, and they're like, oh,
And
look at us.
happening too. They were raiding them.
Yeah, they were raiding them randomly.
Yeah.
And I remember be like, nah. So this was like, let's go to a sesh. I'm like, what is that? He's like, bro, it's like swap meet.
Yeah.
Swap meet for weed, dog. And I'm like, and it's legal.
But
and
you
he's
know
like,
what,
yeah.
Loki? If a swap meet was cracking like that, I would have never leave the swap meet.
Yeah.
Like I would just like, I'm pretty sure because I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like if you, I think that's what FleetCon's gonna be like, fool. It's gonna be like, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be that vibe. Because remember what you asked him? Can we party there? And the first thing he was like, "You guys want to do coke at the swap meet?"
Like, nah,
it's like, nah, bro, chill. It's too hot, bro. Like, we're just trying to know if we could like smoke and fucking drink.
And it was like I said, like a swap meet. Everybody had vendors, and I'm talking like people would have your typical Home Depot table, your cheap $20 table that you just bend over, full of weed, selling by the pounds. And I'm just like looking around, and then I look over and there's security, and I look at these. I'm like, wait up, this is kind of legal. He's like, he looked at me. He's like, it's that whole like,
but
it's not, but it is. There's security here, but there's not.
People are saying like crooked dispensaries. This was before crooked dispensaries. This was like you were buying it from a farmer. Like you were buying it like somebody who fucking had the time and put the work in and had some of these strains that are not available anymore.
Hey, but let's be for real though. Not everything there was safe or healthy. Some people were fucking making distillate that was garbage, homie. You gotta be careful.
Hey, you know what was the craziest thing, bro? That I heard one time, dog. You know how like people were trying to make fucking edibles, like the strongest shit ever, bro.
Now, that's what this was. It was no.
You know what somebody did and they got arrested?
What?
Somebody made edibles out of Xanax.
No.
And
How do you do that? That's scientific shit. See, these people aren't stupid. Like the people that were there are smart. Blowing with
and like
how'd they get caught up? How did this?
Because like people started passing out.
Like literally, like just
like they're like, yo, I fucking woke up with this edible, but like edible's not supposed to leave me like a blur. Like what the fuck happened, you know? And then like I guess one of these chicks, like she fell asleep in her car or some shit. And she was like, what the fuck? She went to go get tested. And she had a Xanax edible. And she had to be like, I don't know, it was like straight edge and shit.
Yeah. No, these places were crazy. The people were taking like ounce stabs.
I'm not laughing at that, but it's just I remember listening to the story because I'm like, I thought I had come up with some crazy ideas, but I'm like, yo.
Well, that sounds like a waste of money.
No,
First of all, it's like that myth when people tell me that they put cocaine in weed. I'm like, what coke dealer has that much coke that they're putting in weed?
You never tried a Primo?
Huh?
You never smoked a Primo?
No, that people make them, yes, but
no,
that
I know,
people
but like
give you that people.
Nobody's gonna put
weed.
coke in there like unless you like you're doing it voluntarily.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No one's doing it for free. People are like,
Have you ever tried that?
No.
It's a different high. I tried it like twice.
That doesn't sound good.
It just I was like, oh man, like now I'm up and high at the same time. This is weird.
Sounds like crack. Sounds like you're smoking crack.
No, it's called the P dog.
He's like, yeah, it does. It's like it sounds just like that, dog.
Just fucking put a little coke on top.
How much coke?
Like you would put Keith. Like just a little bit on top.
I'd be so scared. What if there's fentanyl in there? Now you smoking fentanyl?
At least I don't think it would kill you if you smoked it.
Yeah, I don't think if you smoke it.
I don't think if you're smoking it, I don't think it would hit like I think it would burn. Like I think it would just like it wouldn't be like
the chemical would.
Yeah, like the chemical would fucking burn, and it wouldn't be directly consumed in your body.
That's what I thought about cocaine. I thought cocaine would burn instantly.
Nah, it doesn't burn like that. You can't just set that shit on fire. And if it does burn, you can fucking hit that dealer back up. Be like, what the fuck, homie? Yeah, people call it cocoa puss. People in the fucking.
I know. Yeah, I've heard them. I just never done it. And I'd be really upset. I'd rather snort it.
Nah, it was just one of those things where I was like, what is that? I was like, let me try that.
Yeah, like you know what? You know what I've had without no one telling me, and the homies know I'm cool with it, but no one tell you. Molly water.
Damn.
Yeah,
how much did you drink?
Kate's been there. How
much did you drink?
You just tell the homie you got some water, and they're like, yeah, and then you take another couple sips, and you're feeling good, and he's like, And then he's like, you feeling good? I'm like, yeah. He's like, that was Molly water. And you're like, all right, give me some more. Cause you're feeling good already. You're like, well, I'm already in the game. I'm in the mix. But yeah, Molly water is one of those ones where it's like, you can't even tell. You just.
You know what? You know, back to the whole raffle, the whole sesh thing. You know what was one thing I've talked about it on here that I did that I feel bad that I did. So one time we had this event, right? And I was hosting, and I had just seen this radio station. This was before the lady died. So at that point,
I already know what you
we
did.
didn't know
It's
that
illegal.
this could really hurt somebody. So I was like, "Yo, gallon water contest. Who's with it? Who's with it?" And I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna. You know what? Fuck yeah, 5 grams of this, or half a zip of this." 20 t-shirts, whatever the fuck. It was like a really dope package. There was these 2 guys that went up there and they were like, all right, we're like, I'm gonna count it down, and whoever finishes first or gets down to the most is gonna win. And it's like these Arrowhead fucking like clear jugs just start going at it. And this one dude, he's tall, he's not fat or anything, he's just a really tall guy. He's just going, it's like just drinking, like nothing's going, and he stops and he's like, fuck. And then he fucking finishes the shit, and then everybody claps, and his friend goes and gets him off the stage, right? And like I keep hosting. And
You could have gone to jail for this. I don't know why you're laughing.
He could have.
You could have really gone to jail for this if they died. You would literally be the main culprit. They're like, so who was going? Go. Easton's like, go. You don't want this weed. I thought you wanted this weed.
So like, what? It would have been a lot of people going to jail. This is a weed event they're gonna raid. It's not even supposed to be legal. And it would have been like, listen, we're close to the doors, bro. Like, but yeah. So I just remember he's like, yo, man, you think you can check on him? And I was like,
How did he look or what?
No, because he was by the trash can. He was like, oh, my stomach hurts. And I was like, I remember looking at him, I was like, oh shit. Like I was like,
You didn't tell him to throw up?
no, he was by the trash can, and he was like, oh, just throwing up, and it was nothing but water coming
No
out.
shit. Look at him laughing, dude. You know someone died. You know someone died from that. I don't know if you guys know. A radio station did the same promotion as this dumbass. He's like, I think it was for a Wii back in like the early 2000s. This mom calls in, and I think they had a contest, and she drinks the whole gallon of water, and her bladder explodes, and she dies.
Oh my god.
Literally dies.
Shit.
Yeah.
Who did it first?
Ezo said he hadn't heard about it. Ezo said he hadn't heard about
that's where I
it.
got the idea, but the next week,
I got the idea.
the next week, the lady died. So like, this guy was like by the trash can, like throwing up, and I was like, oh damn, man, I'm like I want to go tell the coordinator. I was like, hey, we have a problem. Like this, like I don't know, this food looks really sick. And then you know what this fool told me? What? He was like, let's give him more wax. This fool fucking gave him like a whole zip of wax, and he was.
Hey, that's a good amount, dog.
Yeah,
back in the day, even to this day. And then
like he took it and he was like, man, I think I'm gonna go to the doctor. And then like and then we're like, yo, just chill. He was sitting there. We put him by the fans. You know what I mean? And he was chilling in this cool area. And then I think he threw up enough of the water where he got flushed out. That's why his electrolytes and everything was done. Because that's what happens when you drink all that water. You flush everything out at once. And this fool was just throwing up the fucking water, dog. Just throwing. I felt really bad. I mean, now I laugh at it, because like it's over with, I honestly, I was worried because I literally looked at him and I was like, oh shit.
Dog, you want to hear crazy shit? I mean, this is a Rogan story, but like it's right up that alley. So on Opie and Anthony, back in the day,
somebody said I'll do a gallon for a zip.
Oh,
yo,
what?
Chill, like if anything, bro. Like,
Juan Water Bottles does that shit. Juan Water Bottles will slam a lot of.
I don't think he does a gallon. I just think he does
a lot at once.
Yeah, like a lot.
Quick,
but
yeah.
I think if he were to do a gallon, he knows he can fuck himself
These
up.
fools be eating like a.
Now he does food.
Yeah,
you ever seen him going to? He's like, home water
got
bottles here, and then like he's like, now I'm at an omelet and Denny's. I was like, yo, he's.
Yeah. No, but on Opie and Anthony back in the day, Rogan was on there, and they're always doing crazy, stupid shit. I guess there was a super fat diabetic guy there, super fat diabetic. I'm sure I've told this story, and they had eggnog. He's not allowed to eat eggnog. He's a diabetic dude. I guess they make this guy take like 70 shots of this eggnog, but he's got to throw it up. And when he throws it up, this guy volunteers to get thrown up on. It's so
Oh,
fucking
why
nasty.
would you watch this?
It's a fat fuck that's diabetic, so he's gotta throw it up or else he's gonna die. So no matter what, it's gonna throw up. And then they put a kiddie pool. This guy sits in the middle of the kiddie pool. You can watch it. It's so much. Want to watch it, Zone? I already have it pulled up. And
No,
it's
I don't.
so much fucking eggnog throw up, and this guy's just sitting there, and it just looks like a water park. Just, it's so fucking gross.
That's disgusting.
That's how your homie should have thrown up, dog. That's how they should have looked.
He was throwing up on.
Watch.
I'm not looking at that.
You don't have to look at it, but watch. You can see that guy's bent over the trash
That
can.
is nasty.
It's so much.
I am not trying to throw up. I drank like a gallon of water. Total though, not on that once.
It's so fucking nasty. That
Yeah, hey, salute to everybody in the super chats. Thank you everybody who has been in the super chats. Make sure you guys get your super chats in because there will be one winner for a care package. You know, some little prize pack. I don't think we have done one this week. So I mean, salute to the person who went to the LAFC game. Did you see what happened
about what?
with the fucking red flares at the LAFC game? Like they started popping fireworks and they got kicked out.
Who did that? What team?
The 3252s.
Oh, they did?
Aton told me. You didn't see the video that Aton posted up? That's all red. They looked like the whole stadium was on fire. I was like, yo, what the fuck? They all got flares and it was flaming, dog. It was fucking sick. Did you feel like going?
I'm not gonna lie, I did feel like going. It kind of, I mean, you know what? It looked popping. The SoFi looked way bigger than the fucking.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, dog. NFL is a all American thing.
Yeah, but parking, how's parking?
I mean, you know what though?
Was it $50 like it is for the fucking Rams game?
You
know,
know,
it was $100 for the Rams game, Ken? No?
You know what though? I feel safer with my car being at the Bank Stadium than SoFi. Cause I've been at that stadium, and I remember I used to work at the Forum, dog, and I remember like in a matter of fucking minutes, dog, we left for a lunch break, we came back, all the equipment was stolen. Yeah. I'm not looking at that, Xavier. Stop pulling that shit
I want
up.
the fans to look at it. Oh, dude, it's so gross. Some fat fool throwing up on you, eggnog.
Yeah, you're gonna ruin it. That's disgusting.
Someone said park at Costco.
Costco's not stupid either, bro. If they don't let regular people get hot dogs for like $1.50 and pizza slices, then they're not gonna let you park there for free. Cause you gotta have a membership to have that shit now.
Yeah. What, to buy a hot dog? I know, I was pissed.
Yeah?
That's garbage, yeah. I waited in line. And they told me, do you have a card?
I remember your story.
Yeah, they told me, do you have a card?
The guy, when he asked you.
Yeah, and they told me, do I have a card? I was like, of course I have a card. You think I'm broke? Here's my ATM card. They're like, no, a Costco card. And I was like, oh, man. I was so pissed.
He had no
I wanted
idea.
I wanted that fucking chicken bake so bad.
And what, you didn't get it or what?
You're not allowed to get it, fool. You need a fucking
What if somebody
Costco
else
card.
gets it for
I wasn't
you?
gonna get a Costco card for a chicken bake,
Yeah,
dog.
someone else can get it for you.
Yeah, but
Like the way
Nah, I
that
feel
man
like
asked
a-
him.
yeah, but I feel like a homeless.
But what is
person
that,
and shit.
salchicha?
Yeah, and I said don't trip. I got it.
Did you give him his money back or you kept
I
it?
said don't trip. I got it. I never even took his fool's money. I wanted to do fucking good deed of the day and shit, like pay forward type shit, and it didn't even work out for me.
Damn. That's why you don't do nice things, huh?
Yeah, that's why you don't do nice things. I always try to.
I do nice things. I'm just picky with who I do it with. You know?
He was a paisa, so I had to, dog.
Oh, all of a sudden you care about paisas, huh? It's like the one time you want to get
Paisas.
it.
I've always said I cared about paisas. I didn't know paisas own lowriders.
What about when they're getting robbed?
Huh?
What about when they're getting
I
robbed?
do care for them. I call the cops.
You're
I'm not gonna fucking fight. I'm not. No, dog. I've always said it.
not gonna Suge Knight that person that's robbing them?
Even now, living in LA, if you want to, dude, it doesn't matter if you're in the right. You could go to jail. He's like what I'm talking about. Like we've talked about the Lotte man getting hurt. He's like, would you defend him? I'm like, next thing you know, I punched that person, and the next thing you know, I'm in jail for doing the right thing. And LA's weird right now, dude. LA's weird.
Wait, so do you just cover like entertainment stuff in like the weed industry, or is it weed across the board?
Weed across the board, but it's all like anything California.
Oh, okay.
Anything California, because you know what I wanted was something that was just about California, and there wasn't anything out there that you know, where you could just learn about what was happening in California because everything's different in each state, you know.
Yeah.
And so even though right now it's all about New York because they're kind of in that gray zone area, like with the sesh culture is kind of happening there, but
It's barely beginning. It's like at those stages right now.
yeah. So everyone's kind of excited about New York, but I don't really care about covering New York because I mean, LA is the biggest market in the world, you know, and everyone looks to LA to see what's happening in weed, you know. So that's my focus. There's so much going on here. Like, it's more that I can, like, do all by myself, but I'm just doing it, you know, as much as I can right now. Kind of.
So it's just you?
Yeah, just me.
Just you.
Yeah.
You plan on adding anybody soon? And
Nope.
Nope.
No, I'm like completely, you know, self-funded, independent. So there's no money for anyone else. It just has to be me. I mean, you know, that's another reason it took me a while to get the site up and running because I had to learn how to make a website, you know, and do the whole tech side of everything. And so, yeah, it's kind of been growing slowly, but in the meantime, I've been meeting so many people in the community, getting to know the history and hear people's stories, and so that's been really cool.
So you said you were a professor, right?
Yeah.
Would you ever consider doing like a cannabis course for like somewhere like UCLA?
Yeah, I think it would be a really good idea because the more I learned about it, the more I'm like, this is such a even if you just focused on California,
Yeah.
it's like a huge like history and culture and politics and, you know, money and industry and it's music, you know what I mean? Like it includes so many things. And so you could definitely do a whole course on cannabis in California.
I would so take that course in college if it was an option for me.
Yeah.
I took a course on like
don't take general ed courses.
no, I've taken this is my major. I took a course about what's it called? Like things like Sundance, the Toronto Film Festivals, the film festivals, yeah.
I've been there.
Just film festivals.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it's like I would totally take a course just like California cannabis related, just to learn the history, fun facts, like, you know.
You know what's crazy? I swear no one's probably gonna believe me. I took a podcast class in Saddleback like in 2018. Like it was Rogan wasn't even that big.
Cool.
And it was crazy because like this guy, I mean, he made us do our own podcast and release it type of thing, but it was fucking
cool.
lame. But it was one of those like weird classes that it was like he said it was his first podcast class at that school.
Yeah.
Like they gave him like you said, like it was his first time. And the course was pretty cool. Kind of told us what podcasts were and he said they were gonna get big, and that's why I kind of was like, dude, they are gonna be big.
Wow.
And he was on top of it. Like I should probably hit him up, be like, yo, thank
Yeah.
you to you, dog. Like at the end of the day, I'm in the
I
business.
haven't worked with you.
Yeah, but it was a very like he even said he's like, it's my first time running this course.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys are here. And then he had a couple podcasts. They
Yeah.
weren't big, but it reminded me of kind of like how you would be like, hey, this is my first time
Yeah.
starting this course, and they would all be high.
That would be
Yeah,
so
professor.
fun.
That'd be
Especially
so
at UCLA.
Yeah, everyone
Oh my
be high.
God, that'd be
Can't
so
take the course
fun.
unless you're a stoner. We got to drug test you.
Yeah, because you know how in New York, I forgot what university it is, but in the East Coast, they have or I think it's Berkeley. They have a course strictly on like Frank Ocean songs.
Yeah.
Like Frank Ocean's music
Oh, that's
at Berkeley. That's like a course. Like you get credits for
Oh,
it.
you know who's in a lot of poetry courses? It gets mentioned a lot. It's Kendrick Lamar.
Oh yeah.
He's in there, like they consider him like a poet.
Yeah,
He's not
yeah.
even a rapper. He's put up there with like, oh shit, look at this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You catch him a lot in the fucking poetry classes, Tupac shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what? It's time that we start getting into the super chats. We are heading into that time. Let me get the raffle generator. What is it?
Fuck you, zone.
Why? What did the chat room say?
What did you say? It says your name on it.
Xavier says that he would eat Joe Rogan's ass.
Fuck you, no. Why did I talk about the God like that, homie? Respect.
God.
Homie. Yeah, have some respect for the podcast God.
Who sat in the car with him?
Huh? You have, so have some respect for him.
And we're on a different level, dog. He said, respect's not cool. Respect's cool, bro. Not necessary. All right, what's the first one?
Midget Mike, $2. We don't black out the same.
Yeah, he's talking about you, Kate.
Yeah, Kate loves to black out.
Yeah, Kate, when's the last time you blacked out?
Shut up. National Tequila Day.
Really? What was that, like 2 days ago? Hey, Siri, when's National Tequila Day?
Oh, she's not even gonna remember her Vegas trip. Hey, how was Vegas? I don't know. Did I go?
When is National Tequila Day? That's the last time you blacked out.
Yeah.
Damn. Well,
She doesn't even eat on those days. She's told me, she's like, I don't even eat.
Really, Kate?
I go and ready to go.
Well, I eat like breakfast, aka like avocado toast.
Avocado
Yeah,
toast right
yeah.
before a fucking bender, dog. Like right before she's about to go to EDC.
You
she's
know what,
Like, make
like,
sure I get my fucking avocado toast.
I like make sure, like, it's
And a
crazy,
protein
bro.
smoothie.
Like, cause I tend to eat before I fucking, like, if I know we're gonna, like,
Well, you're supposed to.
we're gonna party, like, if we're like, yo, we got an
Yeah, we
8-ball,
eat, yeah.
we're gonna drink all night. Hey, let's at least eat something like with some substance to it that's not too heavy, so we can hang.
Girls think the whole opposite. They're like, the less I drink, the less calories in me, and the less I eat, the more I can drink, because less calories in me. That's the logic of a girl, dog. Us is like, bro,
We're gonna feel like shit if we don't
we
eat.
can't look like bitches, so I gotta eat, so the alcohol gets absorbed by the food, and then I can do more coke. That's our logic. Theirs is like, the less I eat, the more I can drink, less calories. Let's go.
No, but I'm changing that. Vegas is gonna be different. I swear.
No, it's
We'll
dude,
see. Take
yeah.
a GoPro.
Oh, dude, she's gonna be it's gonna be no food. It's gonna be no meals because she's gonna hit the day club and the nightclub.
I don't know about all that.
You're not, dude. You're 21. You have
Date
to.
club. It
And
sounds
nightclub.
dirty right now. Honestly, the date club sounds dirty.
You think it ever sounded
That
clean?
water-
It's
yo,
never
that
been
wa-
clean. It's
No,
always
I
been
know,
dirty. It's
but-
always been dirty. It's
That
always
water probably has herpes, dude.
Well, you're 21K. You gotta hit a pool party. Pool parties
Okay.
are dope.
Herpes water.
Pool parties are dope.
Herpes water.
He's gonna go to swap meets on the weekends. Don't listen to the old man over here.
Herpes water.
Hit up the herpes.
Nobody's gonna
pool.
pay you for going to the pool party.
You don't have to get in the pool though. There's been times where I don't get in the pool. You just stand outside in your little
Yeah.
cabana, and I know you're gonna get a cabana. You got 4 girls, and you
Yeah.
better have your little satchel that says I'm 21, even if it's not your birthday. Get free
Really?
shots.
Really?
Yeah, because if there's a girl, if I like a girl, if there's a hot girl in the group of
This
girls,
is coming from a pervert.
no, if there's a girl, no, you're the one who says, yeah, I give girls my number and I call them this 30 seconds later to see if they gave me the right number.
That's not perverted. That's just making sure I
And
get
how's
the right number.
perverted tell me I'm gonna buy this girl
And
drinks?
that's I did it way more smooth. I just did not
Yeah.
make it sound like
All
that.
I'm saying is, if there's a group of girls and one of them has a satchel, I'll be like, oh, it's your birthday, happy birthday, let me buy you a drink, just to get in with like, oh, what's up? Oh, whose birthday is it? How old are you? Where are you guys from? Yeah, and then some girl always gets a birthday shot.
Hey, you seen how many predicts there are in the world? There's like predicts everywhere.
That love feet?
No, just you saw the guy at the soccer game.
Oh, you mean that look like predict?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant fools that love feet. I was like, there's a lot of fools that love feet. Huh?
Damn, predict. You hear this guy? What's
Well,
the next
he's
one?
proud about it. Yeah.
What's the next one, Kate?
His bio says feet fetish.
Jesus Christ. $2. What's Kate look like? I bet she a cute little chica.
Give her your Instagram.
She throws it out all the time.
Yeah, my Instagram is KHUNNID.
Like
KIHUNNID.
DM me.
These fools really
Do
want
not.
a camera on her.
Do not.
She's like, DM me, please.
No.
I need some kind of entertainment.
California's Magic Farms. $50. He sent a super sticker of like a super robot.
Thank you, Cali Magic Farms. Everybody, make sure you guys check out our sponsor, California Magic Farms, for all your mushroom needs. Next one.
Voltrox, $5. Y'all want to place a bet on Side Dick's monogamy? I bet on 3 more weeks.
Damn.
What does that mean? Like he did, like
Him being cuffed.
Like they're
Solo, him and one other person.
they're betting on his relationship. That's fucked up. I'm not betting on the homie's relationship.
not
They're gonna
betting on
last
that.
forever. He's in love. She's in love.
that's
They
you're
went
being
to the Red Hot
optimistic.
Chili Peppers. There's nothing more fucking significant than going to Red Hot Chili Peppers as a
Did he
date.
go to the Deftones?
Ooh, that's in San Diego.
Oh, yeah, it is the new show's in San Diego. So go get your tickets to Deftones fucking show.
Oh, I just remember him going to 2 concerts.
Yeah, dude.
If it happens one more time in a row, we're gonna be like, yo, just a free concerts to you, huh?
It's funny how I'll fucking put a death. I'll say Sidek will die, but I will not put a timestamp on his relationship. Such a.
What a work. What's the next one?
Roggy Bones, $2. What's good? We don't smoke the same. What's the best bud you ever smoked?
Insane OG.
100%.
You?
Insane OG.
There you go. Speaks for itself. Next one.
Miklo, 323, $5. What's up, homies? Watching the show while here at work at UCLA. Another great show.
Damn, that's right. Out here working at UCLA, though. That's tight. You know, there's a lot of people that make UCLA happen. I went there. I went to their, what is it? When I was in high school, in like some college, it was UCLA School Business of Anderson. Yeah, and I was there through some like business program on the weekends. I learned some shit there. Shout out to them. They helped me out a lot. What's the next one, Kate?
Puerto Sivian, $5. Sup, jumping on the We Don't Smoke the Same Navaja. CCC. Hi, Kate. Hi, Predict.
Does that even?
Hey, he's gonna be here Saturday. Just letting you know, Kate.
Hey, does this make any sense? Guys, I got to tell you about a blind homie that thought a sexual predator was looking in his window as he was watching porn.
That doesn't make sense.
Right?
Why are you reading Predict's messages? Isn't that his laptop?
No, that's not. That was fucking a super chat.
Oh.
Predict. He's reading your messages, Predict.
The fuck does that mean? I don't know.
Puerto Sivian, $5. I went to court and cop didn't show up. He didn't want that Puerto Sivian smoke. Fight for your rights, even if you don't got papers.
I'm sure that's exactly
Don't
what happened.
be scared.
Well, yeah, they have to come on their days off.
I'm sure that's exactly what happened. The cop was like, Puerto Sivian's here.
CCC.
Puerto Sivian, $2. XG. Who you scare off the most? ICE or SWAT? CCC.
Well, neither one. I don't walk around breaking the rules. Don't be scared if you break the rules. That's this white guy. You ever scared? Nope.
Nope.
Ask Ezone. Is he scared? All the time. He's always breaking
Especially
the rules.
when I shave my head.
Yeah, Ezone's always breaking the rules. I don't break the rules. Porte bien, stay in lane.
I wouldn't say I'm scared. I'm just precautious, you know, because you run a risk.
Yeah.
Well, who was this? Who asked it?
Fucking
Predict.
Hey, Predict. I'll see you here Saturday at 1. Well, let's do it 12 o'clock.
What do you got going on Friday?
I'm getting ready for FleetCon. I gotta go.
What's Saturday?
Friday, well, tomorrow I'm gonna spend a couple places. I'm gonna go check out people that are like, yo, I'm getting rid of some stuff.
I was wondering why you're starting the show late. I thought there was an LAFC game. I was like, wait, what?
No, I want to go wake up in the morning,
fine. Yeah.
scoop shit up, and then just come from right after scooping shit up. 12 o'clock, come do the show here with Predict, and then call it a day.
Another
And then
one
go
from
watch a
Predict.
movie, maybe.
He sent another $2. XG is getting more mad as he is turning 30.
Not mad.
Aw.
Yeah, you should see him here when he comes in here arguing in the mornings.
30 sounding, dude. I'm liking 30 more than 21. I was really broke when I was 21.
Yeah, that's what they say. Your
Yeah.
30s is your 20s with
Yeah,
money.
I was really broke when I was 21. It was fun, but Vegas hurt every time I came back. It was like now I'm like, yeah, let's go. I'll get a flight. I'll get a flight to Vegas now. I'm not driving there and back. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, things like that. Like, yeah, obviously you're not young, but you got money to do shit. That's why. See, the thing is, that's why I say, yo, my kids 21 are gonna be dope. I'm gonna hook the homie up. My dad didn't hook me up. My dad wasn't. Oh, you're going to Vegas? Yo, here's some money for a table. That's what I'm gonna do to my kid. I'm like, you're 21. Who you going with? For real? That sounds like dope. Last minute, here's $1,000. That would be dope. My dad never did that. My dad was like, oh, cool.
You wouldn't want to join?
That would be the reason I give him $1,000.
Oh, so you wouldn't even give it to him. You'd be like, I have to go.
Yeah, I low-key would be
I'm
like,
withholding. You're withholding.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I'm surprised my dad never wanted to tag along with me. I was like, let's go, Dad.
For real.
That Vato Christy Bands, $5. What's up? El Comal is here. It's not saquen la bolsita, it's saquen las gorditas. Hey, we need El Gran Tóxico, aka XG's dad, on the show. It can be all in Spanish.
Damn, he don't like gorditas. So
I mean, this fool Comal likes some shit.
I know, dog. Him and my dad would be a good fucking team. He takes the gorditas, my dad takes
The
the other
gorditas
ones.
always have the skinny friend.
Yeah.
Toxic ass skinny friend.
Yeah, they're always little fucking assholes.
What's the next one?
Because they feel they're so hot.
Portese bien, $2. A mom with 3 to 4 kids is a no-go.
There you go.
Damn.
Portense bien.
3 to 4.
That's a lot,
Kids.
bro.
But at Predict's age, they're kind of like, they're
Common?
kind of older. Those kids are kind of older. I wouldn't mind if at that, I wouldn't mind if she tells me she's got 4, but they're all like 18. I don't give a fuck.
They're out of the house.
Yeah, they're out of the house. They're not fucking running up a fucking storm around
Some
me.
old ass pussy.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's old ass pussy. That's more like, yeah. Like, I definitely am not hanging out with fucking 3 girls that they're in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and 4th grade.
What's the next one?
Jeffy sent, that Vato Christie bands, $5. Yo, XG, I just turned 29 4 days ago, so happy birthday to me. Us 93 babies are pushing 30. Estamos viejos, but it's all good. I'm going to be smashing tortas for life.
Who's this, Jeffrey?
No, this is
Oh.
El Comal.
Oh, El Comal. Damn, he's back.
Damn, he's $29. Fucking be my side dick. Pull up.
Happy birthday, El
I need a
Comal.
wingman. Yeah, there's like Kate said, there's always a fat chick in there, so you can take her. I'll take the other one, homie.
There's always a gordita.
Portate bien, homie. We're 29. We're not old, fool. Stop talking shit like that. Well, look at J-Lo, fool.
First of all, she's a woman. What's the next one?
What does that matter, dog?
They have more options to stay young.
No, dog. Look at B. B looks young as fuck.
Yeah, but I'm
still.
talking about, bro. You don't know all the fucking shit she's done to stay young. B's not gonna. There's not options like that for men. Even
Yeah,
if they
there is,
wanna-
fool. I'm getting hair plugs. If my hair starts falling out, I'm not going bald, dog. I've said that 1,000 times. You're never gonna catch me bald.
You could be bald and ugly.
Nope. I'm getting.
I mean, you could have hair and still be ugly.
No, I got it. Oh yeah, but I don't know. But there's things to fix. Like I don't know.
Those hair plugs, you know how much Adam bitches about those things? He talks about. He's like, you gotta go put more on. He's like,
Do
let's
you?
go and get light. Yeah, he said it on the podcast because the black fools will start making fun of him. And they'll be like, look, man, you need to go get your hair fixed, man. And then he's like, oh, I do need to get this shit plugged up again, huh? And then he'll just like,
He needs to just go bald again. I don't even
No,
know.
he looks like American
a
History
crackhead.
X.
He looks like a tweaker, and dude.
Bald?
Yes.
He looks like straight out American
Have
History
you seen
X.
his tattoos? His tattoos do
Yeah.
not make him not look like a crackhead.
Okay, but still, that's the decision he made when he was young, and now
Yeah.
these are the
See,
repercussions.
like for me, if I shaved my head, I have to bulk up because now I look like a cancer patient. I'm all skinny, bald, and shit. Like I have to bulk up. If I bulked up, I'd be like, "What's up, then, dog? I could even check you if you call me anything." But right
Look
now,
at Joe Rogan. With hair, he was so ugly.
you think he looks better now, bald?
Yeah, it fits him better.
Like a handsome
And he's
thumb.
older.
Like a handsome thumb, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Sometimes bald is the way to go, X.
Michael Jordan.
I don't think it's my look though.
What's the next one, Kate? Yeah, you have a
Jeffy-
weird head.
Know about that.
It's not all proportional if I see it without hair.
I'm
but
more
like-
scared. What if it has the dance? I've
That's
never
what
been
I'm saying.
bald, so
The
I can
dance.
Like
have
when
the
you
dance,
smile,
dog. That's
when you
scary.
smile, the
Feel
skin
it.
goes back. You have a little crater there.
It has like that Homer wave.
You have a little tattoo of a dick and you forgot about it.
Have a lunar. Have a lunar that's like shaped like a dick.
Yeah, what if you have
That's
a mole that's shaped like a
hilarious.
dick?
Well, that's
A-
why.
a
I'm
birth-
definitely getting plugs then. I'm definitely will
A
be getting
birthmark?
plugs. Got next question, Kate.
Jeffy sent a thumbs up super sticker.
Oh, salute to you, Jeffy. I have more conchas, dog. Whenever you're back from out of town, I got you. What's the next one?
Ralph Ramos, $2. I still got you on Costco food XG. Don't trip.
Damn, you getting sugar daddies?
Damn, that's not a sugar daddy, bro. That's cheap as fuck. Costco fucking
Hey,
food.
can you get some?
Come
though?
on, dog. Huh?
Can you get some?
Can
Yeah.
you even get any?
Huh?
Yeah,
My
you're not.
mom. I can go visit my mom and she can take me to Costco. She's
Yeah,
got a Costco
but-
card.
But that's still you're using her shit.
I just don't think it's worth $50 to get a Costco card for those hot dogs.
Hey, bro,
I don't really need to shop Costco. I'm a single dude. I don't need fucking 3 pounds of ketchup, dog. I don't need 100 toilet papers. I don't need that shit. Trust me,
The
Costco's
gas
cool.
is cheaper.
I don't drive that much, and I have a hybrid.
Just
Like,
take the sugar daddy, dude. It's not free to pay for your stuff.
You don't got a Costco card?
No.
You don't got a Costco card?
I share it with my mom.
All right, I might hit him up.
My girlfriend has one though.
I don't have a Costco card.
No, you don't need one.
I ain't super broke. What's the next one?
Pórtese bien, $2. Where's the buchonas at? LOL. I can tell you where the buchonas are at. Predict.
Culichi, so whatever that shit's called.
Luchi Town.
Yeah, Culichi Town.
Oh,
No, where
maybe.
they at?
I don't
Where
know.
they at?
This restaurant in Downey called El Pescador.
Oh, for
I can
sure.
assure you the buchonas are there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love buchonas.
Cartel horse.
Yeah, I love them. They love cocaine, so if you have it, you could.
Wow.
You've been with the buchona. I don't know why you say wow like he's never been with one.
The redhead one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was kind of like that, I
Yeah,
guess.
she's a little buchona. She's a little 6'9". Jenny 6'9".
She's better, dog.
Yeah, but there was some in there. 6'9" in there.
Pórtese bien, $2. Who's jockeying my style at soccer games? CCC. His twins.
Yeah, for real. You got doppelgangers, bro. That fool was on a full-on date. He was like, "Yeah, you have." That fool. I heard him. He was like, "I have a podcast. It's called Pórtese Bien." He was using all your flex.
You know what's fucked up? His shoulder works though.
Damn.
Damn, you're lucky you're not gonna be here Saturday.
Oh, he's gonna come in
Or
hot on me on
Pórtese
Saturday.
bien,
Either
you
way.
smoke.
He's probably Predict's gonna put your number in the chat room. Predict, that's an idea. Just put his number in the chat room.
Hey, I got his number too.
He'll like the girls or guys calling him. What up? You need something? I used to have a Snapchat. He'd be like, "Let me hook you up. I'll send you a Predict shirt, CCC." What's the next
Pórtese
one?
bien.
Most blunted sent $2.
Thank you, Most Blunted, for the donation. Good luck to you.
Jeffy, $10. What's good, my paisas from Florida? Feels odd to watch y'all at almost midnight, but it wouldn't be a vacation without We Don't Smoke the Same.
Damn, that's tight. This fool's on vacation at Disney World, dog. Be safe out there. You know, I hope you have fun with your lady and you're out there having a good time. I always wanted to go, and I'm slowly starting to make my way to travel different places this year. So, you know, that's on my list.
His-
Is he at Disney World?
Yeah, he's at Disney World.
Fun. Have fun. His and hers, LA, $2. What's good, y'all?
Good, homie. When are we gonna catch at the next LAFC game? Let's
Yeah.
hook up.
Let
Pull
me
up
know.
to the pregame.
Probably won't be at the next one, but
Ralph Ramos, $2. XG would take his sons to TJ to screw the sucias.
he would.
If my kid was 21 and hadn't got laid, yeah, I'd have to Mando take him. I'd be like, let's go home.
Damn, 21?
21. I'm like, dude, I got 18.
You're giving him
At 18, you don't
safe
got to.
space
Yeah,
right
I'm
there.
giving at 18, you don't got to. Be like, all right, dog, you got college handle. But if he comes back and he's fucking still simping, let's go, dog. I'll pay for it.
I knew a boy that his dad paid to get him laid like at 16.
Yeah, maybe he just can't get over the fear of
But
just
16,
the first time.
I was like-
16's too intense. Yeah,
I was
16,
like-
no.
That's
Yeah, 16's, yeah.
Like a hot
21,
dog.
I'd be a little, I mean, like, why? I mean, I'm like, are you gay, man? If that's cool with me too. But if you can't get laid, like, well, I'm gonna make that happen for you, dog. If that's been a problem, are you nervous? Because, I mean, we know some fools that are like socially awkward. And I'm like, if you fucking need the jump, maybe it'll fucking, I don't know. But yeah, but it'd still be weird. Like, I don't know if going to a strip club to my son would be a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
you're also introducing them into like a very bad pattern. Like that fool's gonna grow up to like have that kind of expectations. Be like, well,
Well, he's 21, dog.
No, but I'm
He's
saying,
21,
I'm
not taking him at 16.
I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, when you do it young, like you get them
yeah.
into this mentality where it's like, yeah, you know what, I could just pay for it. Like, why am I gonna have to develop any feelings and have to do anything like that? Like,
Yeah, no.
I know a lot of fools that like had that mentality, and these fools still go to the strip club to this day.
Yeah.
Like they're like it's their thing. Like they're like, oh, they got a new girl here. Fuck yeah, they get so geeked on that. I'm like, that's wild, dude. Like,
I've been to a bikini club with my dad. That's
Yeah,
not a
but that
strip
seems
club.
more like Hooters.
It's more Hooters. It's more drinking with the homies, and there's a naked bitch and like titties, but it wasn't like throwing money at them. I'm sure it wouldn't matter, but yeah, no.
What's the next one, Kate?
Skinny Fresh, Ivan Rojas, $10. How about we all get together and make a movie? Part 2 to Beer Fest, but all about cannabis. Call it Cannabis Fest.
You need a better name, dog. Thank you for the super chat. But definitely need a better name, and funding is the reason people don't just make movies like that. Ray will definitely tell you. You know, not just funding is the hardest part. But what's the next one?
Another $2 from Skinny Fresh. Fat girls like to boogie too.
Go, dog.
Yeah, they do.
Big time boogie. What's the next one?
Look at Lizzo. She's boogieing all the time.
It was only a matter of time
For what?
until you mentioned Lizzo.
Oh, every episode. Every episode, I gotta mention that fat bitch.
Another
Well, she's making noise. Well, she breaks the internet. She wants to. We gotta let
see that
people
video
know.
of all the Lizzos in the pool? There's a gang of Lizzos in the pool. I was like, yo, that shit look like, you know, when you see that under a table and you see all the pieces of gum stuck under there, it looks like a bunch of just blotches in the pool.
Another $2 from Skinny Fresh, Ivan Rojas. He said a handsome thumb, and he put a bunch of laughing emojis.
Joe Rogan, handsome thumb. What's the next one?
Puerto Sivian, $2. XG is a sugar baby.
Not even.
True
dog.
life. XG is a sugar baby.
Not even,
Yeah.
dog. I'm driving a Honda.
Yeah,
Sugar babies do not drive Hondas. I'm at least asking for a BMW 3 Series. At least, dog. It ain't got to be AMG. It ain't got to be a fucking M3 or nothing. But you'll know when I'm a sugar baby. You'll know. Next time you see me in a BMW, be like, damn, I thought I wasn't fucking around.
Is that the last one?
No. Skinny Fresh, Ivan Rojas, $5. Vatos Locos Forever, Carnales and Carnala.
Thank
About
you,
those
homie.
locals for life, dog.
About to get the tres puntos.
For real. Saludos. Thank you so much for your super chat. And what's the next one?
Puerto Sivian, $2. I'm coming in hot, XG. I'm going to pull your card.
He's going to call ice on you.
Yeah, you can't call that shit. Porte bien predict.
He's going to be like,
Puerto
he's going to be like, I can picture the call. Hello? Like, you guys think, can you guys get Snapchats back? Because if you can, I got a deal for you.
I got a Mexican here. I'll trade in for my Snapchat.
Yeah.
CCC.
He would fucking...
Pórtese bien. CCC. We want 2 Mexicans. Pórtese bien.
Was that the last one?
Yeah, I think that was the last one.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's call the winner and then let's wrap it up. All right, the winner of the raffle for tonight is... I just keep it going so I fucking get the points. Most Blunted, congratulations, Most Blunted. Sometimes all it takes is just one super chat and you win. Thank you, congratulations to Most Blunted.
You gonna throw this in there?
Yes, I was gonna put that in my bag right now.
What do we win?
He won like a shirt and like a couple other things from our sponsors, like some Cali Magic Farms and a couple things.
Sneaker toke over here.
Yeah, from Charlie from Fleek on. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Want to thank you, Dan, for coming by.
Thank you.
Where
Thanks
can
for
they
having
check?
me.
Where can they check you out?
Check me out at Visit HOLLYWEED on everywhere, and check out visithollyweed.com. Right now, I'm doing a kind of redesign of the site. So within the next week, I'll kind of refresh it, and it'll be a bunch of new content coming. So check it out.
There's a lot of stoners obviously in there. Is there any way? What if someone's got like a business or something? They can hit you up on the website if you say
Yeah,
they want to
definitely
be.
hit me up. You can contact me on the website or on Instagram.
There you go.
hit me up.
Perfect.
Yep. So check out our sponsor, California Magic Farms, WDSTS, special code word, flavorsbyezone.com. Buy the Koala Care t-shirt. and the Bong Burger shorts are the only thing that qualify you for the 2 gifts this week. So let's go ahead and sell those items out. That is the pair of shorts, the new one. Make sure you get yourself that. It comes with 2 promotional gifts and the koala care. One of them is a gift by California Magic Farm. You don't want to miss out on that. He gave me some new ones. Do not fucking sleep. Also, make sure you guys check us out at FleaCon. FleaCon, it will be going down August 20th. August 20th, it's going to be going down in El Monte. It's going to be free. Art of Resale, Sick Jacket from the Psycho Realm, Flavors by E-Zone, High and Hungry, A+ Products, what is it? Xavier, hopefully he's going to be vending some stuff. It's going to be a good time. Make sure you guys pull up, and it is going to be free. Aside from that, yes, the 13th, Smoke Fest. I will be doing comedy at Bart's Barbecue First Smoke Fest. So Xavier as well. So make sure you guys check us out. We will be going on at the early set. So don't, show up there, show some love. Xavier, shout outs.
Hit that like button, subscribe. Thanks for everybody who was being extra funny in the super chat. I love you guys. I'll see you guys this weekend, the 5th and the 6th at Cobb's in San Francisco. Me, Sam Tripoli, and Eddie Bravo will sell out. Sam Tripoli just did Rogan, so tickets are fucking flying off the shelves. Go get them. And then, see me at the Comedy Store with George Perez here and there. And, go to fullytoxic.com. And Kate, what's up?
Like and subscribe. Very interesting guest we had today. Thank you for being on. Follow me on Instagram at khunted.
There you go. We'll see you guys Saturday at 12. Peace.